Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of CKMY. I am, as always, the Orc, the best looking orc on YouTube, and the most modest one as well. Joined with me, as always, I have, in no particular order, we have Adan, who's busy actually reading his comics.
At all times I get the chance to, absolutely. Hey, it's good to be here.
Good to see you here, man. I was worried you wouldn't make it for a while there.
Yeah, that's usually the case with my life. But you know what? I figured I gotta be here. I gotta squeeze in the time. I had me a nice little meal beforehand. I'm good to go.
I did see that. I did see you. And if you didn't see what he made, folks, check out Nerdtots. Made a lovely meal for his mum as well. And she had a go at him for not feeding him because he was too busy talking to the camera. Where's my food? All right, it's coming.
Yes, she was kind of upset until she got it. And then she was like, "You made it spicy." I'm like, "It had jalapenos."
And joining us, as always, we have Mike from Rogue Comics. How's it going, man?
Going. I'm preparing for the apocalypse.
Yes, he's ladies and gentlemen, if he disappears suddenly, he has a horde of zombies hanging around.
Walkers, get it straight. Don't piss off Kirkman. Walkers.
Sorry.
Zombies.
Day walkers. Ginger people to you lot, you and me. So apart from that, things going good, or are they just going?
They're going as usual. Could be going south, so at least it's constant. Same plane, not up, not down.
All right. Nice, regular purgatory.
Exactly. Yeah. And
also we have. Oh, is he frozen or no? He's not frozen.
No, he's breathing.
We have Comic Book Bob. There you go. The man
by the red man.
Welcome, Bob. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm busy, man. I just got jumped off of another stream, but it's a good week. It's a pretty good week for comics, man. So we got some stuff to talk about.
Indeed, and actually, we were in the middle of a discussion when we hit the live button about Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Boo.
And how we think the Funimation's going to ruin Crunchyroll.
That's what we're afraid of.
Yeah.
I hope not. I'm hoping I'm hoping Adan's right, and that the whole reason they bought Crunchyroll is because they realized that their interface and their app is better.
Yeah. Well, just to recap for those who come in on this, Crunchyroll's parent company, which I believe is Sony now, they bought out Funimation a while ago, and then just recently, within the last week or two, bought out Crunchyroll. So they haven't announced officially what the plans are between the two, but people are theorizing that they're going to merge the two and maybe make a new app or just merge the content from one to the other's app and then just use it from there. I like the idea if they just take all the stuff from Funimation, dump it on the Crunchyroll servers and application that they have, because those applications work very well for me. I've known them for a while, even their VRV one, which is the one that will have a little bit more issues, but in comparison to Funimation, which was always garbage to me when I tried it several times. The only thing that Funimation has is the content, but Crunchyroll has just as much content, arguably. So yeah, if they did that, that'd be fantastic. But only time will tell.
So Funimation's app was crap. Yeah.
It ended up charging me twice, and then I tried to do a subscription one time, and then ended up I even tried to go into the Premiere subscription and ended up underselling my subscription. So I got the lower end, even though it charged me for one of the higher ends. And then it got it would freeze up and do this horrible loop situation. I'm not even using a browser. And I'm how are you looping?
I'm actually on your app. I'm not running it through something else. I'm direct from you, and you still can't get it to work.
Oh yeah, no. It was, and this happened just 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah,
At least
it's
there's
like-
nowhere to go but up with this. I mean, you're already at the bottom, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because
well,
like with
for their app,
WWE, when WWE got bought by NBC or whatever it was, the app, the network rather, they migrated over to the Peacock app, and that interface is one of the worst.
it's
ever.
awful.
It's
I didn't
terrible.
think I would ever see something that was worse than HBO.
It's bad.
That thing's awful.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
HBO was better than the Funimation app for sure.
Oh,
I use the
Yeah,
HBO app,
yeah.
and I get along with that way better than that one.
Yeah, I was looking up like an anime that I wanted to see, and it's like, oh, it's on Funimation. I was like, well, I guess I'm not watching that. 'Cause
I'll
it's
go
like-
sailing to find it instead.
I'd rather
Mhm.
I'd rather slam my tongue in a sliding glass door.
Oh yeah, but like we were saying off camera, like this, I think this is a great business decision for Sony. One, they're cornering that market. I mean, there's still a deal between Crunchyroll and HBO Max for bundling, but when that time dies out, they're no longer going to have that. They'll have Studio Ghibli and some other content, but they're going to pretty much be like the cornerstone of animation
Yeah.
once they
The only thing
merge
I
everything
worry-
appropriately.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about is if once they do that, because they will have a corner on that market, are they going to jack the price up?
I mean, they'll be the main corner, but the thing is, like, so Netflix and Amazon will still have a strong, because they do have like content, and they still come out with new content, and Netflix buys the rights to other stuff.
How much
But,
is it now? How much
right
is it
now,
Without the ads, I think it's $11.
yeah, is it 11 or 10? It's like 10 or 11.
And, yeah, I think they just did like a price raise, like $1.50.
Yeah.
Like it's 11.
But I think you could do it like without the ads and still get it like free for certain content, like for Crunchyroll, like through the browser, just not on the app.
Yeah,
Which is still insane.
but yeah,
it's to be honest, I don't get. I mean, there are so many examples of decent apps out there for this sort of thing. How can you just mess it up so badly?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
that's what I asked myself about Funimation, and then I downloaded it, and I was like, "Wow, apparently you can."
yeah.
Yes, this is not rocket science, folks. It's been going on for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Can you not just hire one of the retired people from one of the other companies and just say, hey, give it, just give this a tweak for us, will you?
So I got something I wanted to ask you guys about because I actually put a post on it. You guys did a review for the Midnight Suns game trailer that they.
Yes. Oh, thank you for
Ooh.
mentioning that, because yes, folks, I'm just going to do a shameless plug here because it's Green Zone, so you know that's the name of the channel, and this is about one of our videos. Earlier today, me and Chris actually did react to the teaser cinematic, shall we say, for want of a better phrase, for Marvel's Midnight Sun game.
Yeah.
And it's a cinematic, but it looked bloody interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Don, Mike, did you guys watch that trailer?
Did.
No,
Okay.
I did not get a chance to see the trailer, but I'm
So-
pulling up the one of the wallpapers that they had on
Yeah.
it.
Mike,
And-
you being a comic book guy, you remember the original Midnight Suns storyline and everything. What did you think about it?
Well, I couldn't get past Ghost Rider. I know that's probably the current iteration, the Robbie Reyes one,
Yeah,
with
the Robbie
the
Reyes
helmet
one.
looking thing. I'm like, man, that looked bad. But
I mean, the trailer was pretty, but like I said, I remember the
Yeah.
original Midnight Sun storyline, man, and it was such a cool story, and it's so dark and gritty. But the thing about it is, it didn't involve any of the superheroes.
Wolverine, Iron Man.
As soon as I saw
No.
Wolverine and Iron Man, I went, okay, I'm out.
It looks like just a dark version of the Avengers, really. Like,
Yes,
I'm looking
exactly.
At
Yeah.
It looks like it's like the Avengers with a coating of magic paint.
yeah, that doesn't
You know?
work for me. Because
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be an
remember the
XCOM
Midnight
style
Suns.
game. Apparently, it's supposed to be more XCOM
Yeah.
style the gameplay
Yeah, it's
itself.
it's
so
a tactical strategy game.
Yeah.
I think.
It does look like they are involving more magical
Yeah.
characters.
Mm.
Like what's her face from the Runaways, Nico.
Nico Mori,
his name.
which is
Yeah.
like
yeah, Sister
I'm not a big
Grimm.
fan of Nico Mori. Yeah, that's the other thing. The new character who doesn't need to, like, if you know that storyline, doesn't need to be there. Looks really generic to me.
Wait, do we know the name of the middle character?
The
Apparently, it's
the
Hunter.
Hunter. That's it.
Hunter.
The Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, so that you're probably going to be playing that middle character. And that's your
That's
focal,
what I'm
that's what your
I'm
focal
thinking.
point is.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. That she's
Although
gonna be-
how you would do that in a squad-based
I think she-
tactical,
I think she's going to represent you as the commander,
right?
sending out your troops.
Yeah.
I just I saw that character design. I'm like, man, that is really generic.
Well, I just realized. So there is called Midnight Suns, like SUNS,
Yeah.
versus like in the comic is SONS.
SON.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. They changed the language to keep it from being problematic.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the original Midnight Suns, and I remember that from being a kid, like because that was the second iteration of Ghost Rider, which that was the one I was more used to. I was
Danny Ketch.
Dan Catch. Yeah.
Denny Ketch,
Yeah.
and he had the badass motorcycle. It wasn't the chopper. It was like the
It had the weird skull chevron on the front of it. Yeah.
exactly. And then you would get introduced to Johnny Blaze like when he did not have the Ghost Rider with him. He had this badass like hell metal,
the eye patch thing.
yeah, and he
But-
would just shoot hellfire from a shotgun.
Yeah.
Made him look
basically
badass.
the Ghost Rider empowered him against his will, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you had
Blade,
Hannibal
which-
King also,
Hannibal
right?
King,
Hannibal
Blade,
King.
and was it Frank Drake? Yeah.
Mhm.
From
And that
the,
was a legit crew that like you wouldn't want to mess
Yeah.
with because they
I'll
would
tell you,
just roll
actually-
up and they would take on. And that's when they first introduced Lilith too.
Yep. Well, they reintroduced Lilith because she'd existed before, but yeah,
So,
because she was one of the vampires that was destroyed when Strange cast the spell that destroyed all the vampires and put the barriers around the earth.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily think that they're not introducing that into the Marvel universe, but why are they like you said to make it like not problematic or whatever, like giving it SUNS instead of SO, like it doesn't make any sense. Like
No.
they've already
Yeah.
introduced Darkhold. I mean, they're going to be
Mhm.
doing a miniseries, at least as far as comics are concerned about it. So
Yeah.
it's not like I don't get this. I don't. And Blade, when eventually Blade comes out, hopefully it'll be R-rated. But
I'm not holding out hope that Blade will be. I mean, Blade needs to be R-rated, but I'm not holding out hope that it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Um,
have a non-R-rated version.
Yeah, I mean, you could have
they're
a PG.
vampires that like just have them go poof.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
like Buffy
but
the
just,
Vampire
just quickly
Slayer.
going back, by the way,
right
to your
before they
point
die,
about,
they go poof.
yeah,
Yeah.
just going quickly back to your point about Hunter and possibly being the protagonist of the story, your character sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll find out a little bit more because 1st of September, I believe, is the first gameplay
Mhm.
trailer for it.
Yeah, and there were some things that I thought was kind of cool. Like I do like Lilith's design because she looks more demonic. Like her, if you remember the
Yeah.
version of her, she looked kind of like she had like this weird headdress thing.
To kind of
That
help.
was just
Yeah.
basically like a pointy headdress thing, which I thought always kind of looked kind of goofy. This one, she looks more demonic, which I thought was kind of cool.
I think that
Um,
goes with the latest version of her in the comics because
Yeah.
they redid her character in the comics not too long ago.
Yeah, and and then the Darkhold. The Darkhold Redeemers was my favorite of the Midnight Suns books because I really dug the whole Victoria Montesi with the whole thing that she's the only human being that can read the Darkhold without being corrupted by it.
Mhm.
But no, and it was such a and like we were talking about, it was such a because at the time for about 10 years, Marvel didn't do any of the supernatural stuff because that whole storyline where Strange destroys the vampires and puts the barriers around the earth that weakens all the dark magic. That was kind of like the end of the original, like the old 60s and 70s Marvel supernatural stuff, which was awesome. I really loved that stuff. Tomb of Dracula was one of my favorite books. But then in the early 90s, because of the popularity of Ghost Rider, they started bringing some of those supernatural characters back. And that storyline was so dark and so gritty and such a supernatural story. Like I said, there were no superheroes in it. Like Ghost Rider was the only mainstream character that was really in it. Because at the time, I think Blade had stopped publishing in the early 80s. And that was really, the Midnight Suns is really where Blade kind of made this resurgence. And that's why we ended up getting the movies and stuff. But I just liked it. It was just really cool supernatural.
Hold on. Blade had a movie. I thought Black Panther was the first
No, he was talking about the Blade TV series. That was
Oh,
on
the TV series
with
Right.
Sticky Bones.
Yeah.
Oh God! You know, I actually I picked that up on DVD because I never watched it. I picked it up on DVD for £2,
Did you regret
secondhand.
I think you got ripped
No, I
off.
still haven't got around to watching it.
But just to give you an idea of like it was, they didn't do a whole lot of supernatural stuff with Marvel until then, and when they did, it was really cool because it tied in really well, and then like they really went back to that old school like horror style, like it was like those were like legit horror books. And when I first saw this title, I went, oh, I wonder if that's a version of Midnight. If that's a version of Midnight Suns, this could be really awesome. And then I saw the trailer. I was like, this is just Avengers with some supernatural paint on it. So it's like, what the hell is Iron Man doing in this freaking story? It makes no sense.
Like,
It's
Captain
almost
America's
Magic
there,
Avengers.
Iron Man.
What was so cool about like the version of Doctor Strange that we got in the Midnight Suns storyline was very different from the superhero version because, like I said, this was a legit supernatural story, and it was Strange kind of realizing that he made a mistake, and he had to he almost forced these people together to become a team to take on this thing that was coming. So it was more like Strange, the sorcerer,
Wait, are you thinking about the Defenders?
I was just gonna say he's always doing that. The Defenders.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
but
the
this
Defenders. That was
this
where
was a
Doctor
darker.
Strange.
Yeah, this was more of a darker version of him where he was making he was kind of forcing people to do stuff.
Yeah, no, that was Defenders as well. Like,
Yeah, but
because
Defenders was more of a bright story though.
yeah, but there was like Defenders, New Defenders, and Secret Defenders. So
Yeah.
I think it was the Secret Defenders where he
Secret
was forcing
Defenders was
them
the one where
to.
he forced everybody.
Yeah. In Midnight Suns, like you had like the Rise of the Midnight Suns and like the other versions of the Midnight Suns, but that was more like where you had like the Ghost Rider characters teaming up with the Night Stalkers, which was with Blade, Hannibal King, and Eric, like another
Hannibal
character,
King, Frank Drake.
But then you team up with Johnny Blaze and Vengeance, and like that was really like your
The
darker
Vengeance
characters.
thing was cool.
Yes. And so I think that's where you were going with that because I don't ever remember an ongoing story with Doctor Strange with the Midnight Suns as ongoing. Oh, Morbius also joined.
No, there was, because remember the Strange disappeared in the battle with Lilith, and after a different Strange showed up, the guy where he had like the black mask.
Oh yeah,
it was a different. It was like Strange's like soul was like split in two or something like that. And this was like a darker, more vicious version of Strange, which didn't last very long, thank God, because I really didn't care for that character. But
he was edgy, man. He was edgy.
Yeah.
It was the 90s. Everything was edgy then.
Yeah, everything was edgy at that stage.
He looked like a Doctor Strange version of Spawn, is what he looked like.
Yeah, no, I do remember that, and like that, I tucked that away in the back of my mind. Oh my God.
I think that everybody did that, man.
And now he's remembered. Now he's been brought back to focus.
That was when they were like doing that thing where they all had shut up. Like it was like there was more of them than the original group, because the original group was only about 6 or 7 of them.
Oh yeah, but
And
I will
then they all
say,
had the weird thing on their arm.
Midnight Suns brought in some fantastic character stories, like Zarathos. Like we knew about Zarathos from Johnny Blaze, but it like really expanded on that through like the Midnight Suns storyline with Lilith. Yeah. And that's when we're like, wow, the Spirit of Vengeance is actually more badass than like the devil himself. And then I knew about Blackout, but I didn't really know about Blackout until Midnight Suns. And then I'm like, this guy makes Morbius look soft.
What was really cool was they kind of powered him up a little bit, because she would feed them her blood, and they would get stronger. But then they brought in Morbius, and they did the same thing to him. Yeah, where he wasn't actually one of the Lylan. He was like descended from one of the Lylans. So the blood changed him, but it didn't make him subservient to her.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Morbius, did they delay the movie? Is it still coming out?
It's still coming out. It did get delayed.
Oh God,
just like they delayed Venom. They pushed
Venom got delayed till next year.
Yeah, it was Carnage next year. Now I thought they'd only pushed it back by like 2 weeks or something.
They pushed it back like 4 months.
Damn, they changed that then, because initially it was actually like only a couple of weeks. But
let me double check on that, because
I'm just checking it
because I know Spider-Man is coming out in December, so that would mean it's going to come out after Spider-Man now.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on, I'm just looking up. Let there be Carnage now.
Let's see.
October 15th, 2021.
Yeah, we're still good for October, man.
see.
It was originally supposed to come out in September, August. Then they pushed it to September. Now they
September,
pushed it to
yeah.
October.
release date.
I mean, it's still possible they can push it till next year. I mean, they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
Maybe, let's see, maybe there was.
But
a,
also, well, I mean, Pragmagic has asked several questions in the chat, and apologies, mate, but I don't want to interrupt the flow. But since we got Venom, we brought up Venom. Pragmagic asks, how's everyone feel about Venom 2? I'm iffy, he says.
It was. I'll be this way. The first Venom was better than I thought it was going to be. I still think it's a problem that you don't have Spider-Man. You're missing a big chunk of what was cool about Venom.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that they would come up with some kind of deal, because supposedly they were trying to work out a thing where Tom Holland would appear in the Venom films going forward. But I don't, without that connection between him and the symbiote, where he was the first wielder, and we all know the story how the symbiote actually really cares more about Peter than it did about Eddie.
Yeah.
You know, that entire dynamic is gone.
Well, maybe we get that story told in flashbacks or something.
That would be now that would be interesting if they did something like that. Plus, with
That
the whole
would be
multiverse
cool.
thing, they got the whole multiverse thing that's coming out soon. So I don't know. I mean, I think Carnage looks cool. I think Woody Harrelson is a good choice for him, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do that story right.
So here's how I look at it. Like, I kind of agree with you about that part, because the thing, not necessarily that you need Spider-Man, but Venom, when we all were first introduced to Venom, whether it was in the comics or in the cartoon, he was legitimately a villain.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was terrifying.
He was a terrifying character. He's the bad guy. And the thing that makes him any good character that starts off as a villain and they have that arc,
The redemption arc.
It's that redemption. Whether they're an anti-hero or they're an actual hero, they have that redemption arc. That makes their character that much more appealing, and people are drawn and attracted to that character. Here we get a character that doesn't really start out as a villain. He's like, I rebelled against my people and da 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 da. And
but I'm evil. Let me eat somebody.
Exactly. Let me eat their brains.
And that's the other thing too, is like the symbiotes from the planet, they're actually supposed to be good guys. So this is like taking that story and completely twisting it around.
Or it's like one of the writers is only knew like one aspect of this the characters, and they're like, we just ignore the rest of the comics.
Yeah, because what happened with the symbiote, the reason why the symbiote was evil was because of what Galactus did to him. Because he was like playing with him and experimenting with it. So when he drove it insane.
Oh, you didn't read the Deadpool issue about that?
Oh no, I'm saying with the original story, like back during Crisis of Infinite, not Crisis, but was it
Secret Wars?
Secret Wars, yeah. And when Spider-Man first gets it off the ship, like that's why it was evil. It's crazy.
But then there was the redone storyline where it was like Deadpool was there during Secret Wars. Deadpool got the suit first, and his craziness made it crazy. And then he's like, Spider-Man's like, I need a suit. He was like, yeah, I got one back there. I just put it on. You can have it.
Yeah. But and then they did that whole storyline where Flash was Venom and he was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they find the planet of the symbiotes, and they find out that those symbiotes are actually good guys. Or at least the ones from that planet were. And then, like you talk about the whole the redemption arc, that was Johnny Cage's entire run on Venom, was basically Venom's redemption arc, where he realized, I've done some awful stuff, and him trying to become a hero now. So it's like I said, man, like there's so much cool stuff they could do, but without Spider-Man in that, man, it just takes so much away from him.
Well, and just to piggyback on that, like that gave a redemption arc to the suit.
Yes,
which is a crazy concept to do, but like you gave to the suit that everybody was ignoring, and that run he gave that suit personality because it rightfully deserved it. And then that led, which I do like the Agent Venom story, and I like the Agent Venom character, but then that led eventually down to Null, which I love that Null storyline. I don't know about you guys, but I was like, okay, that makes sense to me. And then
I really like the Null. I like the Null storyline. I just think it took a really long time.
Oh yeah, no, I don't disagree.
And way too many tie-ins, man.
Oh yeah, this is true.
But no, and like I said, and like I really hope that, like, I would really like to see that storyline done in some way, shape, or form in Venom, like the Null thing. But again, that's one of those stories where it's like, I don't know if they could do it right.
All right. And just connecting the dots of our conversation, because we're going all over the place, but somehow we're connected. Like it's like a murder board with all the strings.
Yeah. I don't know how that happens with the Ocelot.
This is how this is working.
Come on, Columbo.
I feel like I should have my cigar out right now.
Gotta get you crazy.
That leads me to Thor: Love and Thunder, because we're gonna have God Butcher
with Gore. Yep. With the was it the Midnight Blade?
Obsidian Blade. Wait,
Obsidian Blade.
Is it the Obsidian Blade, or is that?
I think it's had multiple names, but yeah.
Yeah, no, the Obsidian Blade is the one that
that's what the Black Knight has. No, I think it's the Midnight Blade, isn't it?
Just wait until you find out that he's the comic relief of the movie.
If God damn it.
If it's Christian Bale, although that would be
it is
hilarious if it's Christian Bale as comic relief, because I have not seen anything that made me laugh by him. So
well, not even his on-set rant.
No, that was cool when I had the DJ remix of that. I was listening to that. That was fantastic. But I heard God Butcher. I'm like, the Necrosword. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could this mean that they're going to bring in Null? Will they hint at Null? I'm like, no, that's too much. But then again, I saw the Eternals trailer, and I'm like, they showed a Celestial. I'm like, they might. I'm like, that's planning ahead, if anything.
Yeah.
Well, if Marvel was to be able to find some way to buy all of their Spider-Man stuff back, then maybe I think they would. But since it's another company, I don't. Yeah. I wouldn't hold out much hope.
There is that rumor that they're trying to get Sony to sell it back to them.
Really?
Yeah. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, they would try, and I mean, they still have that deal with Spider-Man so far.
Sony's gonna make them over the coals, though, man.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
We're talking billions. We're talking like Star Wars money.
Yeah, not being funny. At the current climate, can they afford that risk?
They can wait. Yeah. I will give them a few more years when everything starts picking up for their amusement parks, and they can be like, we got our actual backing back.
Yeah.
This is where we make our money.
And once we get that going, they can wait it out for a little bit, and they'll be like, you know what? Just drop that on the table. And be like, we're gonna buy this back.
But
just walk in with 7 people with briefcases.
I think it also depends on how successful Morbius and Let There Be Carnage is, because if they're received lukewarm, that's going to hurt them. Yeah, right there. No, Disney really wants to buy Spider-Man from Sony.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Those are going to be I don't even know when Morbius is going to come out. It was supposed to come out a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh God,
I know that's been pushed back a lot.
And I just got refreshed about it at the theater. The convention that they showed some clips from it for their trailer. And I was like, it looked like they redid some of the graphics for Morbius, and I was like, I'm getting behind this. Is either that, or I've been waiting so long that now it looks good.
No, you're just desperation, And apparently it's been pushed back to January next year at the moment. That's date.
I was mixing up Venom with Morbius. Morbius got pushed back to the 28th. The Venom, the rumors actually were false that they were pushing it back.
Well, I mean, you're not entirely false. They did push it back. They
only pushed it back by 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember because I think it was clashing with something else that was coming out.
Yeah,
I will say this: Sony is sticking by their guns of saying only in the theaters releasing. They're not doing dual streaming and every content they were saying only in theaters. We're not, and they're doubling down. We're not releasing this anywhere else.
You think it's going to come back and hurt them? Or?
Yes and no. I got to privilege of listening to some of the execs, and they were saying how a lot of the movies that have been going into theaters, even and breaking it down into release schedulings.
Yeah,
I think Free Guy was the one they did it with. Mm-hmm. They were splitting up it was Fast and Furious 9.
That was right. It was released. Was that China 2 months before or something?
Exactly. They were breaking down the release over a couple months time in different sections or in areas, and now it's like the highest gross movie of the year.
Yeah, which, let's face it, is not the best record in the world to have with current things.
True, but it's
impressive.
They made a profit. Yeah, let's just say that. And then anytime that you can say walk away and they made a profit, it's a success considering the year.
Yeah, so, exactly. Because you've got the whole Shang-Chi thing as well.
Made a profit in on stream. Oh yeah, Shang-Chi. I don't know what they're gonna. Are they streaming that online?
No. They're experimenting. They're doing an experiment with it. 45-day exclusive theaters only.
So
and then they'll probably dump it onto Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen it. How many of you guys are gonna go see it?
What's that?
Shang-Chi.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not that interested in it.
You're not interested? Okay.
I'll go see it.
Yeah, I'm going to see it Thursday. And I'm
okay. Cool.
Actually, like that Shang-Chi series they did about, was it 4 or 5 years ago? That was actually pretty cool. I actually liked that series.
During the Spider Island thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually liked that. I liked how he basically came up with Peter's new fighting style. Because he lost his spider sense for a while. I thought that was kind of cool. And then what was the series they did a while back? It was basically like they kind of turned him into like a version of like Bruce Lee meets James Bond meets Shield agent.
That's the more current version right now.
Yeah, there was a mini series they did with that. I can't remember when it
was released, well, they just did a series where he was getting brought back into the fold with his family ties,
his dad and his sister and everything.
Yeah, and then he had ties with the MI6 or something like that.
Yeah, it was absolutely, it wasn't Shield, it was MI6.
Yeah. Okay. And so that was more current, but like he didn't have his superpowers from the previous storylines where he could multiply into multiple versions.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
No one did.
I love the way Don just shuts you down straight away. Nobody did.
Yeah.
End of story. Drop.
He's one of those street level characters I really liked.
Oh no, he's a fantastic street level character. I'm not gonna say anything about the movie because I would say go ahead and make your own judgments for everybody. So if you're gonna go, more power, great. I will say the John Campea statement where they were saying it's like the best.
Oh, where we come out and say it's the best movie ever.
Yeah,
he said it was as good. It was best as since Logan and the best martial arts since The Raid.
Yeah,
and I've actively said I'm sorry, Campea, no.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and that's not saying
10 grand's worth of bonus products, shall we say?
It's nothing against the movie. No, it's just that those are two very strong statements that I'm like, no, that's
hyperbolic.
I got it. Huh?
Hyperbolic.
Yeah, I guess that's the word you want to use. Yeah, hyperbolic.
I'll just say straight out bullshit.
Well, see, but here's the thing.
The fight scenes were good, though. I will say that.
This is the thing with reviewers. I don't listen to any of them. Whatever anybody, even people, someone like Siskel and Ebert or something like that. I would watch them and be entertained when they would start fighting each other, arguing back and forth, bickering like two old women. But if they said to not go see a movie and it's a movie that I wanted to go see, I'm not gonna be, oh well, you know what? Siskel
they said that I won't. No.
Yeah, that's stupid. So this is all entertainment. When Campea does his thing and Grace Randolph does her, it's I couldn't care less what they said. I mean, it doesn't matter except when they spoil things. That's when it pisses me off.
Well, I mean, ironically, I think I've said this before. One of the best movies I ever saw at the cinema was actually Blade 1. And that's because, I mean, this was back in the days before the tinterwebs and stuff like that. All I'd heard was one radio commercial, 30-second radio commercial. And all I got from it was something to do with vampires and Wesley Snipes was in it.
And that's all you needed.
And so me and a couple of mates were like, oh, yeah, we're bored. What should we do today? Oh, fuck it. Let's go to cinema. What's on? I don't know. There's this film out, Knife, Sword, something like that. I think it's got Wesley Snipes in it. It might be something to do with vampires. So you go there, you've got the cool poster of him, in the black trench coat with the sword in his back kind of thing. And we're like, that's the one, Blade. Right, yeah, we'll give it a go, Get in there, we sit down, we didn't know fuck all about it. We didn't know who was in it, what the storyline was, if it was actually about vampires or anything like that. We just sat down in the cinema, got the popcorn, and next thing you know, we haven't eaten the popcorn. We've been just watching it for 2 hours with our jaws on the floor, you know, because it's completely didn't have any expectations, didn't have any foreknowledge of it.
I miss those days. Like, for instance, Spider-Man. We know way too much about that freaking movie. I mean, it's ridiculous. It gets to the point where, and even with Shang-Chi, they keep doing 30-second trailers. Like there was a final trailer last week or something. I'm like, the movie comes out in 2 weeks. Like, stop. Like, don't show anymore. Like, because you can try to actively avoid it, but then there's times where like you're watching YouTube and then it goes to like the it goes to the ads.
Autoplay, yeah.
And then I just wish they would stop. They give away too much of the stuff.
I'm going to give you all a little hint about that. They all have their own YouTube channels. They make millions of dollars off the ad revenues from all these trailers they're posting on their own YouTube channels.
Oh yeah.
That would make sense.
So they want to pump it out. Not just keep it relevant and fresh in people's minds. You know, they get 10, 15 million views on 3-4 different trailers. You know, that's a nice chunk of change, which also, by the way, does not count towards the movie's profits and losses.
Yeah, still, man.
Yeah.
It's like
that's like pocket change for them, for the executives.
Well, I mean, that's like how you cook the books. Like you get money from other areas and you don't add it into the numbers of the other ones.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Spider-Man trailer, what do you guys think? Other than the fact that they gave away way too much.
They didn't give enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they didn't show the other characters that were in this movie that we already know about.
I mean, you did get a laughter. You got a little bit of laughter.
Yeah,
I was just like, will I get Bruce Campbell back in this?
Dude,
I want Jim Norton. It was like, he stinks and I don't like him.
Listen, if I got Bruce Campbell in this, just like casually be in there, like, hey kid, I would be like,
just walking down the street, hey kid. Just carries on.
That would be the best Easter egg for me.
Or even better, Peter Parker's walking down the street and Bruce Campbell's just trimming up a hedge or something, you know, with a chainsaw. Like, you're right, kid.
That'd be my Stanley moment right there.
I will say this is probably the last of the Marvel films going forward that I really have any excitement for. Mostly for nostalgic purposes, like I said, because we're getting Green Goblin, we're getting Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe.
I have absolutely no nostalgia for them. Those movies, I didn't like any of those Toby movies. Okay,
that's cool.
No, it's not because I wanted to, but I didn't like Toby. It's like I didn't know. Those movies were the first exposure that I had to him. So it wasn't like a preconceived like, oh my god, this dude's in, I'm gonna hate it or whatever. But watching it,
I feel like I thought he was a good Peter Parker. He just wasn't a good Spider-Man.
Yeah. Peter Parker was right. Spider-Man, not so much.
People said that he was good. You know, like you said, he was good as Peter Parker, and Andrew Garfield was good as Spider-Man. Yeah, but Andrew Garfield wasn't good as Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, look at it this way: when he was Peter Parker, you look at him and be like, "You're too pretty."
Oh, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield. He was too pretty. He was too smooth. I'm like, that's like I can't relate to Peter Parker now. If you took the two of them and had a love child, you get the new Spider-Man that we just got, and even at that, he's borderline too pretty.
It's like Peter Parker was too pretty, and Harry Osborn was too ugly.
Yeah,
because Harry Osborn was Dane DeHaan, who looked like a foot. You know, so it's like
I will say this. If they do have Green Goblin in there, I hope it's not the Power Ranger version of Green Goblin, because I want that. Did you ever see that screen test they did?
Yes.
With the mask. I want that.
Yes.
If they do that, I mean, dude.
The problem is though is that they're doing this multiverse thing. I think we're gonna get the Power Ranger version.
But here's the thing: like, they may change the outfit. I would be happy if they do.
Well, Alfred Molina doesn't look exactly like he did.
Well, I mean, that's CGI.
Well, I was about to say I mean, what he's wearing. It's not exactly like. I mean, the tentacles look almost exactly, but what he's wearing like the weird turtleneck and everything, And in the original, he was like bare chested. So
Here's what I would say. I would have preferred that they did not CGI him and keep him as like his older self, like slightly heavier self
Old
as
man
he is
Otto.
now. Old man Otto, man. I mean, like
Yeah.
Otto has been through like years where he was like a heavier set guy, older guy, and his like his tentacles would be like it's like Wally, where the big people that use the technology to move around and everything. That was Otto. And like I would have been sold for that. I'm like, yes, give me a fat, heavy old Otto.
That
I think
iteration
people would have
they had of
complained
him-
about that though, because like they did with Fat Thor, you know.
Listen, it is Twitterverse. Everybody complains about everything there.
From what I understand, though, like he's supposed to like they're pulling him right before the moment of his death, which is why they're de-aging him and everything. But at the same time, I'm like, well, if you're pulling him right from the moment of his death,
he didn't look.
Why is he dressed differently? So
he didn't look.
He had to stop on the way. He had to stop on the way. You know,
he had to go stop by GQ real quick.
He stopped by
or
Crunch
TJ
Fitness
Maxx,
for a couple reps. You know, he came back out. He's like, I've been fasting.
I do think that the CGI is incomplete on that because his face looks really plastic, and I really hope
probably a little bit too early.
Yeah, I'm hoping and they do that a lot, where that stuff's incomplete. But I'm hoping that's not the final product because you could tell. I mean, granted, we all know that it's CGI, but man, you didn't need any freaking clues, man. If somebody had never watched that, had never seen Alfred Molina before, could look at that and go, man, that guy does not look real.
Yeah, that's not quite right.
Yeah, I did like the little Easter egg of how. Remember how in the in Spider-Man 2, whenever the tentacles were taking over, whenever his arms were taking over, the light in the middle of the claws would turn red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do like how we see it, the light's red. So I just thought that was kind of cool.
The only thing I'm concerned about is Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
yeah,
the Electro.
This is weird. I don't like him, but I didn't mind him as Electro, and I don't like that version of Electro either. That's the ultimate version. But I didn't mind it.
I like Jamie Foxx. It's just I did not like that version of Electro.
I didn't like the look and everything. Yeah,
but I heard that
Jamie Foxx is a good actor. Jamie Foxx is a good actor. I just thought it was a bad script and bad look, shall we say?
Agreed.
The other thing too is, are we going to get Giamatti in the big rhino suit?
The rhino. Well, see, now,
I heard there's supposed to be Rhino.
After doing King Shark, man, they can nail like a legitimate rhino without that, Metal Gear solid suit there.
Well, that's the question. Will they do a legitimate Rhino, or will it be like the Giamatti?
Well,
yeah, come on.
This is one time I would be okay with them taking liberties from the past films and being like, okay, it's the character, but it's a little bit different version of the character. Like you said, like I would have been happy if they just had old man Molina, and had that be the version that we got. Just like I was hoping that the version of the Lizard, because we see the Lizard for a half a second in the trailer. Really? Yeah, that's Peter. He jumps at Peter. He's inside some kind of like a force field thing, and he jumps at Peter and he hits it from behind him. Yeah, it's the Amazing Spider-Man version of the Lizard. And I was hoping that they would make him a little bit more lizardy like he is in the comics, because that was one of the few things about the Lizard in the movie that I was like,
he didn't look like Killer Croc.
He looked exactly like Killer
that was
Croc.
Like Killer Croc, like in DC, I would have been sold. But like the way they looked wasn't because I remember in the comics, like 90s, it was quite a time. I remember in the comics, he looked like a raptor on steroids that was just vicious, and it was just, oh my god! I just remembered there was a storyline where he ate his own son, wasn't there?
He changed his son. He changed his son into a lizard, just like himself.
Okay, I'm sidetracking, but I'm quite sure there was a storyline where because he wanted to be the lizard, and he was like trying to get rid of his.
I know the storyline you're referring to, but I don't know if that is what happened. I know. Let me see.
I know he infected.
I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. I'm hopped up on caffeine.
Well, and then like I wanted to look like that first storyline that Todd McFarlane did in Spider-Man when they launched the Torment storyline. That's what I want the Lizard to look more like. Where he has the
Todd
bigger
McFarlane
head.
I miss Todd McFarlane doing some Marvel stuff. The way he
Yeah.
did this.
Sorry, we're
Spider-Man.
just having a moment of silence for that now.
Yes. There was a lot of nostalgia stuff we've been talking about right now.
But how much of the do you think are we going to see like fallout from Loki and Scarlet and WandaVision?
Loki and WandaVision, like in
in Spider-Man?
the Spider-Man one.
Having an effect on like the whole multiverse thing. Do you think
Here's
this
the
is going to
thing.
affect that more, or that they're going to affect this more?
No, I don't think they're going to refer to Loki and the WandaVision for Spider-Man. I think they're going to save that for Doctor Strange too, because of the fact that, like, Doctor Strange in the trailer, anyways, acts like he's just doing the whole thing himself with Spidey, and Spidey is the cause for the multiverse. So I think they're going to save that for like Doctor Strange 2 and tie everything together.
Well, wait, the cause, I didn't get the impression he was the cause for the multiverse. I got the impression that he was the cause for them opening up the multiverse.
That
like
spell,
yeah. Because, and even that, I mean, when I saw that, I'm like, are they really going to be doing like, you know, Brand New Day or whatever I can't
One
even
More
remember
Day,
One More Day, whatever it was. I'm like, that's one of the worst Spider-Man stories
Joe
ever.
Quesada must be cackling like a friggin' witch right now.
God, you know, I mean, it was even worse than the one with where Straczynski had Gwen hook up with Norman Osborn and give birth to his kids.
Oh my God,
dude! I'm like, stop, please! Like, this is just. And if that wasn't bad enough, he did it. He revisited it to show how Peter missed the wedding, and it was because like some fat dude fell on him while he was chasing him. I'm like, awful. He's had buildings fall on him, and this overweight dude lands on him, and I can't make it.
Yeah.
Go on without me. Like, come on, man,
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I mean, it was so bad. Straczynski wanted his name taken off of that, but I guess Quesada told him that he had to keep it on there or whatever the deal was.
Yeah,
or at least that's what Straczynski said. Probably he wants to deflect the heat or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. By the way, our fantastic producer, by the way, who's in the background. So, you know, he's actually sent me. He's actually sent a link, and one of the worst things. And I'll read it. Quote: "The darkest and most twisted thing the lizard has ever done is killing and eating his own son, Billy Connors."
Was that during No Turning Back?
So I'm just gonna.
I think it was Dan Slott that wrote that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's this new persona was called the Shed. It was too powerful for you. Yeah, and they did mention the one where he turns his son into a lizard. It was like the top 10 things, and that was number 5.
Well, actually, I think that's going on now. I think, isn't it?
This was around for a bit now. This article came out. Was it back in May 2020? So
this is the Jackal storyline.
It may have been because they end up cloning his son, Billy Connors, and so now the son is. So that's why you still see the son now.
Yeah,
Billy, because it's really a clone.
Those are clones. Him and his
wife.
I
stopped reading around this time, so I didn't know this.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's a crazy storyline. But yeah, we'll have a time to be Ben Reilly.
But what do you guys think about that whole thing where they're gonna kill Peter off again?
Is that what they're doing?
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Wait.
I'm like, you just brought him back.
They got 3
ago.
Peters to choose from now, so it could kill off Peter and still keep Peter. Haha. Loophole.
No, but Ben Reilly's supposed to take over Spider-Man again because everybody loved it so much the last time he did.
You know,
they're not going to bring in a Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Apparently.
He's supposed to. Yeah. They have. Remember that lame, weird Spider-Man suit that he had with like the blue spider.
Scarlet Spider?
No, not Scarlet Spider. It was when he took over as Spider-Man.
Oh, when he had
he had it looked like
the Gambit gloves, but with fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was pretty
great. Yeah, that version right there.
Yeah.
This is the storyline, I guess. Something called Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie. They were going to kill Peter Parker. in
No,
the
no,
movie.
no. Yeah.
Bringing Ben Riley. I was gonna be so upset.
Yeah, and he has like the legs on the spider on his chest like go all the way up his shoulders and then down. It's kind of like a cross between his regular outfit and the Venom outfit.
Sounds like the outfit that was from the video game.
There you go.
The
No,
PS4 game.
Kind of.
I like that. This is Art Adams, so of course it's going to look good.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
but
you can make it work.
I hated that friggin' outfit.
He looks
Well,
very.
he also has like the web shooters around the outside of his costume, and so they're like these big chunky brick like things on his arms.
Oh yeah, if you look, it's on his palm right there.
Yeah.
You know what? I always thought that makes more sense though, because like the web shooters.
You mean
are
more sense
underneath
the organic web shooters?
Well, yeah.
Everything
the
makes more
organic
sense
ones.
than that. Well,
But,
yeah, but the way
like
he designed
Peter
them,
Parker's
though,
ones, it looked like I'm like, how do you compress it so much and it doesn't bulk out in the outfit? This is the way my mind works. I like think of the
Yeah.
small little impractical things. So I'm like, stick it on top like Black Widow does. She doesn't give a damn.
Speaking about the webs, man, did you guys notice that they stopped having Venom do the thing where he shot the web out of the top of his hand
In the movie or in the game, in the comic?
in the comics and stuff?
Oh, that's
Really?
probably to make it tied to closer to the movies. Like he
But
just doesn't.
yeah, like
care
remember, it
anymore.
used to come out of the white. Remember, he has that white square on his hand
Mhm.
in the
Yeah.
symbiote costume, and the webbing used to come out of there.
Yeah, because they had
They
that one
stopped
little
doing that. It
dot.
was like I just thought that was the weird stuff that gets in your brain. You're like it's stuck there. You're like, why the hell is that like that? That's one of those weird things. I'm like, when did they stop doing that? That was actually kind of cool, you know.
It was cool, but then when you think about it, it was like his entire costume was pretty much like the webbing. He could just
Yeah.
like anywhere. He's like from my toe.
Well,
And
actually,
then-
yeah. Then they actually did a thing for a while where he would kind of like just point his hand like this, and it would come out of the tips of his fingers.
Oh, that's like Spider-Woman though. Spider-Woman would do that.
Yeah,
She would do the like
they
the
had
blaster.
they had Venom doing that. They actually and they had Carnage doing that too. I think that's just because Clayton Crane was drawing it and he liked it that way.
Mm.
So
Well, I mean, it made sense for Carnage. Carnage was like, I
Yeah.
just kill everybody and just use everything like a tentacle. But, like,
it's like his friggin' costume is made out of blood. So
Exactly.
it's like see, I'm wondering if they're gonna. It does look like they're gonna do that in the movie where it like comes out of his like it comes out of his blood.
yeah, like it comes from his body, like
Yeah,
actually
like it-
comes
yeah.
from his body.
So,
Yeah.
Which would be interesting.
He gets the symbiote into him because he bites Eddie Brock.
that was weird.
What? I missed that. What?
Well, again, that's the thing
Yeah.
where we were talking about where in the comic, Venom is a villain, you know, and the reason why it reproduced is so that it could make more of itself, and it left one of its spawn behind to infect someone else because he was a villain, and because he's not in the movie, it's like that doesn't make any sense. So unless they're doing something like because he is in Ravencroft, so maybe
Yeah.
they're doing experiments on him and stuff.
I mean, they had Scream there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not Scream, Shrieker.
Shriek. Yeah.
Shriek. Yeah.
no, Scream's in it too. Because
Scream's in it too?
Is Scream in it too?
Yeah,
Because
they just in this book
God dang,
came
man.
out this week.
with
They,
Riley? Okay.
How many?
They
I-
did
I saw
something
that.
to her.
villains
They
are-
changed her. She's not the same anymore.
How many villains are they going to have in the movie?
I have no idea. I thought it was just the two at first.
Yeah,
That makes three. I always liked Scream.
yeah,
And she was like short lived, and they recently brought her back.
yeah.
I know in the comics too, she's like kind of anti-hero now.
I like her
Hmm.
way. Dude, I liked her design and everything way better than was it Toxin?
Yes. Well, let's
I
be
hated
honest.
that
She
character.
was kind of sexy at the same time.
Well, it just looks better. It's like
She was
what is
crazy
this crap?
sexy.
Yeah. Well, she got the bobs.
Well,
yeah.
this is extreme Carnage,
Mhm.
and this is part 5, and they've done five. This is the 5th one. Each one has been about a different symbiote, and there's
Oh my
still
God.
3 more left. So yeah,
Ooh.
But that one's titled right, yet they're featuring Scream.
right. Well, yeah, she's the through line, I guess. Her
Oh,
and
she's the
Flash
focal
Thompson.
point.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think Flash Thompson is more than her, but
I want them to do. Why aren't they doing a book with Flash? Because they brought him back to life after the end of the
Yeah.
end of King and
Yeah.
Black. He's
Well,
alive
I think-
again.
I think they're going to
he's
do
in
it.
this. He's in this.
Is he anti Venom?
Well,
Okay.
he has the black and white costume,
Mhm.
And she
So he
looks
has-
like she's a little bit black and white there too.
So she has. Yeah, because he gets his own symbiote at the end of King in Black.
Mm-hmm.
The Carnage symbiote is back alive in the symbiote hive mind. The sadistic serial killer has begun psychically reaching out to its siblings, the Life
Okay.
Foundation symbiotes. So that's
Okay.
what that's about.
So that's
And-
basically they're going to use this to bring Carnage back.
But the interesting thing is, like, Scream was always a character that hated the other symbiotes, like to a core, and she would.
Oh,
Like, I'm intrigued to see if that she's going to be like helping Flash in order to try to kill the other symbiotes.
do you plan on getting this? Do you want to be spoiled? I can answer that question.
I mean, you could spoil me. Like I was
I'll
talking about
probably wait for
earlier.
trade.
I'm backlogged on all my issues. So-
Dude, I've got like 3 weeks of stuff to read, man.
exactly.
Well, she's not Scream anymore.
What is she now?
She had a change.
She's Silence.
Oh yeah, because she has a new host, right?
Some chick named Andy.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right. Okay.
that's right. I want to say I have that issue.
That's right. Because Venom, like, he peeled the symbiotes off of their original.
Well, no. So like it was off the King in
Wasn't
Black
Yeah.
variant issue. It was called Scream #1,
Mhm.
and it was it's where Scream returns because her character was originally killed off a while ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna hold this up, and that's her.
Yeah.
And she came back into the comic books just recently, and then that's where she got her new host, and her new host was like trying to pretty much keep her under control.
Yeah. Kind of like
And-
what they're doing with Eddie in the movies.
Exactly. And then like basically she was like keeping her host alive, and she was going back and forth with her host. So it's it was actually really cool for one issue. I did not know they were going to do more with her.
Yeah, they did I think it was 4 issues.
Then I
Each
missed
one's
the
a
rest.
different symbiote.
Yeah.
Now you said they're doing a different. They're focused on a different symbiote. Each one is like all of them in the books though.
This was number 1 actually. Wait, no,
Mhm.
sorry, my bad. This was part 3 of 8.
Is that Phage?
Phage.
Yeah,
And here's
Scream.
there you go.
See, I like that look.
I don't know what the hell this one is.
Lasher. I remember I had the hybrid toy, not Lasher. I remember when the toys first came out, and I have the Bride of Venom toy.
I remember.
I still have that one actually.
one of the coolest panels that Bagley drew when they first showed up, and Venom's like talking. He's like, "They're my children. They'll listen to me," and they'd all just punch him in the face at the same time. It's like, it's pretty cool. But speaking of comics,
didn't
man,
they not listen to him?
yeah, no, yeah. He tried to. He's like, "Yeah, I am your father. Come with me, and I will teach you." And they're just all boom. They all blast him. And but speaking of which, man, what's the big seller this week, man?
Yes.
Well, actually, there were a couple.
Say the one that you've not got any of.
Well, no. Let's see. There was this one here.
Superman 70. Ooh.
Superman
How is that
78.
book?
It's best read while listening to John Williams.
Okay.
It was really, really good. This one too
Amazing Fan. Is that is issue 2?
is issue number 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
Carrie Andrews.
I'm loving that freaking
Dude,
book.
his the art in here, the utilization of characters like in new settings. I mean, it's just it's fantastic.
Yeah, I dig it, man.
It's really, really
Such
good.
a probably most original idea that Marvel's had in a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
You mean the only original idea they've had in a long time?
Here's a new upcoming symbiote.
Nice.
Whoa.
Agony. Agony. number one.
Agony is her name. Okay.
Agony. Yes.
Now, is the rumor about that character true that that's actually going to be MJ?
Agony. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I can see that because they did
That-
that in the animated series for
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man Life Story. Ooh,
Oh,
nice. Oh,
Now,
that's right.
apparently,
That's Jay Jonah,
Apparently-
right?
Apparently, excuse me. Apparently, Chip said he wanted this in the main miniseries, but he couldn't fit it in, so he decided to do it as an annual, a one shot.
I don't know if I have that in my Polish or not. I might have to see if they've got one.
There was also this, but I'm not really a fan.
Oh, King Spawn.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been buying the Spawn because it's all variants, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude, he did
I'm
like
leaving that behind.
8 covers for this, I think.
Yeah.
I
I've
heard
been-
that King Spawn actually pretty much outsold everything.
Well, do you know why that happened? Because he did a variant, a 1 in 250 variant.
Mm-hmm.
And it also came with like a certificate of authenticity, and you can have it graded, CGC, and all the other nonsense. So all the people that love doing that sort of thing, they bought into that.
I really hope that they're lying. They're not going to kill him. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. He just came back 3 years ago.
You know? Well, I mean, I will say Spencer, like the past couple of issues, Spencer has literally been cramming this with every single storyline he's done for the past 2 years or so.
Yeah.
It's like any little,
he's making it count, basically.
It's been ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is probably the best book I don't read, but I do like the art.
What's this?
Ice Cream Man.
Oh,
Really?
Do you have they did a variant cover where it was like an homage to the Fright Night movie poster?
Oh, really?
Really?
For Ice Cream
Yeah.
Man?
Or is it? Or maybe that's next. Maybe that's the next issue. That's
Well, they are doing an actual Fright Night comic book now.
But no, like
That'd be dope. Wait,
yeah,
is that gonna be like with Boom or something like that?
Let me see if I can.
No,
find
it's
that.
like some fringe indie company.
Okay, because
Let me
like
see if I can find that.
Boom
But
does
it is
get a
coming
lot of
out.
those
It's called-
titles.
It's called Tom Holland's Fright Night or something like that.
Hmm.
Let's see here, images.
Which, by the way, I love the original Fright Night, and I even like the Fright Night 2, but like the remakes, I was never into.
For what?
Hmm.
Fright Night?
Fright Night, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
dude,
is
I
the A
remember.
cover.
I remember buying the Fright Night comic.
Here's the B cover.
Oh, okay.
I like that
I'm
one.
trying to find it here. It looks dope,
See?
man. Like, have you ever seen the original Fright Night movie poster with Juicer's on?
I forgot. I
Wait,
forgot
with the
about it.
house, right?
Yeah,
house
with
and-
the house and then
yeah.
like the vampire and all the ghosts and stuff that are like around him. and
Yeah,
everything. Like, it's Ice Cream Man, and it has that same look, and it's got the house and everything.
It could
Looks
be
amazing.
a
Variant.
custom.
Let me see here.
This came out this week too.
Go
Oh,
forward.
Superman.
Son
What
of
is it?
Kal-El.
Oh, Son
Oh,
of
yeah.
Kal-El. Was
How-
it number 2?
How did
Number
that
2.
run? How'd that sell?
I got that.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. What about
Yeah,
the Robin?
I don't have that cover though. I have the.
Oh yeah,
other
yeah.
two
There was a
covers.
B cover. I think it was the family. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, and the Suicide Squad one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Those are the two I got.
Did you get the Suicide Squad cover for the Harley Quinn?
No, I didn't.
Here's the Derek Chu variant for number 6.
We're too quick. But yeah, no,
That's
that
what she
is-
said.
That is a yes, indeed. So for those who missed it the first time, we're gonna like plan out my variant covers that I have right here. and that's that's the Suicide Squad one, and that's the family variant.
Yes, and those are for Superman, Son of Jor-El, number 2.
Yeah. And then but I didn't get the other variant that you had because I didn't see it at my store.
This one was for Harley, number 6.
Yeah, well, yeah, I kind of like that one though. Like I was I like King Shark with the boxer, swim trunks. A lot of
And I
people were
don't-
giving crap about that.
Well, see, I mean, if you read Secret 6, then you might feel differently, because in Secret
yeah.
6 he was a different character.
True, but it's just like a lot of other characters. They have different iterations throughout the generations.
But that shows you how good of a job Gail Simone did writing, as giving it as that iteration. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it was really good. Secret 6, they don't show enough respect to the original one.
Dude, that was a really good miniseries.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then taking characters that everybody had largely forgotten about and
Didn't care.
to make it a book. Catman became
She
awesome in that
Catman.
book.
Dude,
Okay.
yes.
That scene where he basically he's like naked, walks up and he finds the two lions killed, and he finds those guys and he basically kills them with his bare hands.
Yes.
What?
Dude, yeah,
She made
he basically he was like a joke. He was a complete joke. He was overweight, and he basically, in a way, he basically went into the Serengeti and just walked in there to die. But then he found like a pride of lions and basically refound himself. He kind of like Batman. He basically reinvented himself, and these lions were like his family. And poachers killed two of them. And you see him; he just walks into their camp, and then the next panel is him. He's covered in blood. He basically ripped them apart with his bare hands.
Jesus.
Yeah, they turned him into a friggin' beast.
Okay, I can get behind
Deadshot
that.
was never cooler than he was in that book, man.
Yeah, that's true. And they kind of had like a romance thing going on too. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
Icon
really,
and Rocket. Nice.
Yeah. Number 2. It was a really, I mean, and it's one of the few series that I've actually embarrassed myself in front of Jim Lee and Dan DiDio for. This was actually pretty good.
I just got that one too. And
I
I
did
got
like the art in here was pretty good. Some of the stories.
I was looking at something else.
The
Marvel
voices.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that one supposed to be about, anyways?
It looks like they're. I was going to say the Asian characters, but they have Ms. Marvel in here, so I don't know exactly.
Oh, are they doing like how the DC did, where like the Asian Appreciation Month or Gay Pride Appreciation Month or something like that?
Well, that's what. Yeah, with these voices thing, that's what they've been doing, grouping all the stuff together, and yeah, I mean, it's got it's weird. So I would say Asian, but Ms. Marvel in here, even though I do like this artwork for her story.
I mean, technically,
Adrian,
Middle East is in Asia. Asia is a very big continent.
Adrian Alfona, what is he doing now? Is he doing anything? He did Runaways back in the day.
Yeah.
And he also did the first iteration of Ms. Marvel that came out with
Yeah.
Kamala. But dude's not on Instagram. He's not on Twitter. Like nowhere. It's like I know he's in Canada somewhere. He recently did a variant cover for the Runaways, the last issue, the final issue. And
I don't know. The last thing I remember him doing was that Miss Marvel's like back in, that was like shit. That was
the
like 6 years
interiors,
ago.
yeah, that was a while ago, dude.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You don't mean the Marvels comic, right?
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, Marvels, the Marvels.
Oh no.
No, it
Miss
was Miss Marvel, like it's like volume 4 or something like that.
Oh.
It was Kamala when she first came out, like
Yeah.
2014.
2014, yeah.
Yeah,
He was
that
on there
came
for a little
out.
while.
That was last week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, dude, he's kind of like Brett Booth was for a long time, where Brett Booth was like not on social media at all. And then
Wise.
2 years ago, Brett Booth shows up on Twitter.
Mhm.
And it was like nobody could, because he lives out in the sticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
I just like to say, that's Bob.
I know what you're saying for. Not the comic.
No, that's not Bob. No, that's not Bob on there.
Oh, that's the comic is also because they're doing a Native American appreciation, right?
No,
this is the stories of Captain America with people inspired by Captain America as he tries to find his shield or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
they're riding the rails going around America.
Yeah.
Dude.
You had Hobo Captain America, you had this guy, you had I can't remember. There was like 5 issues of it, I think.
I can't remember the girl's name.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I was reading that as Black Wood, but it's actually Black Widow.
Adan, you're just going through your search history again.
Adam Hughes has been killing it with these covers. Like the next issue, the cover is incredible. And Elena Casagrande, the interior, like I really dig her stuff.
I mean, it's Adam Hughes, man. You
Well,
can't go wrong
no,
with
definitely.
that guy.
And last but not least, I was pushing this on everybody because this is just incredible.
Ooh.
What's
It's
this one?
interesting. What's that supposed
Oh,
to be?
is that listener?
Echo Lands. No, this is J.H. Williams.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like a new comic altogether.
And I don't want to really spoil stuff, so I'll just do like this is how you read it.
Interesting.
It is.
It's European style.
It's incredible.
That's European?
Incredible.
That's cool.
Adan, next time you go to your comic book store, get this. Seriously.
I gotta search for Echo Lands. Okay.
Like the way the panel layouts, I don't want to keep like, because you should really, I mean, it's
it looks like an actual art piece, like going across.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And the story, I mean, it's at the beginning, so it sets up the world kind of sort of. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Yeah. So I highly recommend that one.
Okay, I can dig that.
What's this?
So I mean,
Wow. No, I'm sorry, but you say European style. I've not seen many European comics like that, but then again, because they're transferred directly across. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of French comics are done in that style.
Yeah, but they're French. Who cares?
Dude, man, Meta Barons was done kind of like that. So, and that book's freaking awesome, man. So,
but you know what? That goes to say, like, different locations will have different styles. Like Japanese comics read from the other way around.
Yeah.
Like you reading it back, it feels backwards to us.
This panel here in particular, it reminded me. There used to be a guy. His name was Seth Fisher.
That burger.
I don't know if you know of him. Yeah, he was drawing stuff for. I think he did stuff. He did stuff definitely for Marvel. I'm not sure if he did stuff for DC, but he died like right out. I think he had just signed an exclusive contract with Marvel, and he was. I think he was in Tokyo, and he was having celebrating because he just got the exclusive contract, and he fell off the balcony and died.
wow.
And it was like, dude, if you do a Google search for his stuff is so, it's like that Art Adams, Shaolin Cowboy, Jeff Darrow. It's like that type of detail, and like I don't want to say cartoony-ish because that sounds like it's desecrated, but it's like that cartoony style, like the detail.
There's nothing wrong with a cartoon style if it's done right.
Like Scotty Young.
Yeah. But I saw that in there. He also he did do stuff because he did Green Lantern book for DC also. He did a Fantastic Four book for Marvel. But yeah, wow. Yeah, I think he died 2006 because his family, I think they just they were selling the rest of his artwork, the original artwork that they had of his recently.
That's crazy, man.
That's so insane.
Tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah,
it is true.
But what was I was looking at something I was going to ask you guys about.
On that somber note.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't somber because his art is excellent. His art lives on. So like I just let you guys know about it. So you seek it out and you'll trust me. His art it's like the anti Frank Miller, Alan Moore-esque stuff. Like, it's the stuff that makes you appreciate life as opposed to wanting to slit your wrists.
That's fair. That's fair.
There was something I was going to ask you guys about, and now my brain is betraying me.
Okay, so we've learned something new. Bob actually has a brain.
Apparently not right now.
It's vacated him. It's left him behind.
It's basically running away from me going, F you!
Roll! You or something.
Suffer!
Okay, I guess I'll show stuff.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, dude.
Well, his brain is catching up. So like I you know me, I buy stuff randomly just because I'm bougie and I like to get the picture arts. So I did not know about I Am Batman. So I got the 2 variant covers. And it was right next to one that says like this Son of Batman 2. And I was like, but I just got these because it was number 0. And I'm like, maybe this will explain what's going on. Did he have another son? Like, did he have a love child? Besides Damien?
No. That's Luke. Not Lucius.
Oh,
that's Luke Fox.
Luke Fox.
Okay,
yeah, that's his other son. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah,
that answers everything for me.
They did a future state book before that. I Am Batman. There. That's what I think. That's what you said. It was next to. So
yeah. Now this one I'll hold up a little bit longer because Joker, man, Joker.
Dude,
I got the 3 very.
They get me with those damn covers, man. I don't want to order as much of this book as I do, but I'm just like, I look at that, like that first cover is Tony Harris.
Yeah, well,
The
yeah.
second cover, I think, is oh God, who is it?
That's no.
Yeah, hold it this way. It's
Die.
easier. You know what? Let's see.
The main cover was Guillaume March. That I know.
Yeah. So that was this one, right?
No, that's Tony Harris right there.
Oh, that's Tony Harris.
That's the C
and then
cover, yeah.
that's this cup. Wait, this one.
That's the A cover right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Guillaume
which still
March.
looks pretty good.
Yes. Yes.
And then for the thought.
Oh, it is the
piece,
Dodsons.
you
That is
got
the
this one.
Dodsons. Terry Dodson.
Jared Dotson.
Which Punchline was the character that was everybody was supposed to be hyped for that everybody forgot about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why she's in the insane asylum, dude. Come on.
Oh,
That's where
Exactly.
you put your forgotten characters.
She's a Punchline on herself.
But that's how they do that. That's what they do. They make cool ass covers, and they get idiots like me like, oh man, I got to order those. I got to get like one of each
Mhm.
cover.
And
And it's
I'm
not
the
even
one.
for
I'm
me.
the
it's
guy.
just
I'm
to
the
have
one
on
guy that
show.
goes like, I need to have them too.
yeah.
Let's see. I also got the Trial of Magneto.
Man, that was hard to read.
I haven't read it yet, but
And there
it's
were like 13
it's-
covers.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
Did you
like
get all
all
13
about
covers, Adan?
because he accepted back Scarlet Witch? No, they didn't have all 13
It's-
covers there. They just had the one.
There's
He only got 12. The 13th's on order.
the entire book is like exposition. So
Oh, I believe it.
yeah,
The art
It's
in there
really-
isn't bad though.
Yeah, the art's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
And then
just, yeah.
it's wordy as hell.
My 90s child in me, just because that's the only reason I've been reading Way of X is because they had Legion and it was hinting at Onslaught, and now they're bringing
Onslaught.
him back. I'm like,
How the hell is they going to bring back Onslaught? He's basically Xavier.
well, no, that was the thing. Like, I think it was in,
They did the thing where they split the two of them apart, but
yeah, and it
It
was
was
like in,
like-
I think it was in issue 4. Like, he pretty much had a fight with his son, and that's where they split the two, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it was it was they split him all the way back in Heroes Reborn.
yeah, no, but
That's how
apparently
they ended up in two universes. But
he was still in Xavier. He's still an aspect of Xavier.
yeah,
Like,
it's just like why? And another thing is, why would they bring him back?
come on, it was for that nostalgia, like we were talking about, and
Ay.
for those few fans like myself that were a fan of Onslaught.
That's like
So you're the one.
I am the one that, like, as soon as they hinted, I'm like, I'm sold.
But they
It's
keep
Nightcrawler, Legion, and Onslaught. That's all I need.
And then
They
somebody at
talk
Marvel's
about,
like, we got it on. Yes.
Yes,
They
that's all we
talk
need.
about all these these certain mutants that they refuse to bring back. It's like, oh no, we'll bring back him, the guy that created a cataclysm.
Yes, and then this one caught my attention because I was like, I don't even read Guardians of the Galaxy, but then they came out with Annual 1, and on the cover I was like, is that X-Man, the mutant Jesus? And I'm like,
no, that's I think that's Star Lord, isn't it? That's what Star Lord looks like now.
Does
He
he?
he looks like a hippie.
He looks like X-Man.
Yeah,
Like,
Dude,
because
dude,
X-Man
they-
had that, he had that hairstyle too.
yeah.
You're talking about Nate Summers.
Yeah, Nate Summers.
Nate Summers, yeah.
Okay.
He looks like a dude that used to show up to all the illegal raves I went to in the 90s, and he just wander around with his hair flowing and the beard, and he wouldn't do anything all night. He'd just wander around in a robe. And he'd just show up at random raves.
You're not wrong. I mean,
So I was trying to find you the Way of X cover for 2 months from now, but apparently it's not in here, so you won't be getting an issue in November of Way of X. I'm sorry.
Oh, for number 6?
I guess it's not in here. I can't show it to you.
Why would you
Mar-
do this to me?
Marvel's not consistent anymore. They're hurting me. They're hurting
Yeah.
me. Hurting me. And then
Hit me.
for my anime fans, they got Avengers. They stopped with the mech. Now they're on the tech.
Did you read that?
I just got it today, but I have looked at the pages. Like, I just opened up and like it literally looks like scenes from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad in some of the issues. Like you look at
Is
that.
that a good thing or?
I mean, I was a fan of that series, and like the art style is pretty unique to it. I kind of dig it.
Cool.
I got that anime style to it.
Marvel is not renowned for doing well with their anime tie-ins.
No, but they do like short runs and then they let it go. They're like,
Yeah, I
Just
think
a
that's a
taste.
5-issue thing, a 5-issue mini.
Yeah,
it probably will be. And then of course I had to get Deadpool.
I'm probably
You did.
the only person that actually bought that whole
Oh,
Marvel
the
mega
black,
thing.
red, and whatever.
Black, White, and Blood.
Yeah,
Black,
yeah,
white,
yeah.
and blue.
Yeah.
I actually
all I
sold out
saw
of that
was
one.
Deadpool and looked like ninjas. And I was like, I'm sold.
We are
There were
not
3 covers for
ninjas.
that, and they were all good too. Again, they were all good.
Yeah.
God
And then
damn it.
I got a few more, and then I'll be done with my. I don't have as large a collection this week because I've been busy. And then I got the variant version of Aliens.
Alien.
Alien,
Yes.
yes, number 6, and of course the other one. And that looks like if that's not a queen, I don't know what that is because I have not been reading. I'm going to spend a day and just read all 6 issues, if not like whatever issues they're coming out with. But it's looking baller.
Well, the six issues, that's the first storyline. So you'll have a complete. You didn't get this one?
No, they didn't have that.
Yeah, there was a B, and C.
Yeah, they didn't have to see. They just like they've been just lowballing me with my variant covers.
Actually,
Oh,
this
let's
is
have
the
a look
B
at that
cover.
again,
They
Mike.
didn't have the B
Ooh.
cover. Huh?
Oh, nice. I said, let's have a look at that again.
Sure.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
by
I have to admit,
Salvador
the-
LaRocca.
the covers they've been doing for the Alien issues have been
Yes.
sick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. And then these other issues I got are more nostalgic. So like, of course, I always get those random surprise me $5 deals that they have in my store. So here I had like the Mighty Thor issue 436.
Oh,
Was that when he was Eric Masterson?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is when it was Masterson.
Hmm.
And then of course with the Absorbing Man and like Titania. Titania.
Titania, yeah.
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 And which I think they're gonna have her in
The
the
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk series, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I just dropped a link in the chat there, guys. That's that Ice Cream Man cover, the Fright Night cover.
Ooh, okay. We could take a pause and look at that real quick.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what,
Yes.
that looks cool.
Yeah, that's got to be a custom.
Yeah, that's a
Shadow
custom.
Man.
That was not
It's from
available.
Jimbo Saldana.
But that definitely works.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, well, for the people that are going to be seeing this, like, we apologize on the layout, but this is going to be worth it for
Wow.
those. Who
Oh,
can.
yes.
And if you haven't seen Fright Night,
What
go
are you
ahead
doing?
and watch the original Fright Night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you like that art, man, check out Drew Struzan. That guy is a freaking legend.
Wait.
Yeah, I am just.
That's Drew?
No, that's Jimbo Saldana, but he's
Oh.
doing it off of the original that Drew did.
Got it.
Boom.
Okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, you may want to
Oh,
zoom in
dude,
a
if
little bit.
Drew Struzan did that, holy crap.
Uh-huh.
You could blow it up a little bit.
Yeah, wrong button.
Control and scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Enhance.
yeah, I know. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't have an
awesome.
enhance button? Come on. Everybody has an enhance button.
Yeah.
Hold
And
on,
this is
hold
a-
on.
Enhance.
Orcs have a
Enhance.
special mouse they have to use.
Enhance.
It doesn't do what we do.
Yeah, your typical human mouse pad just breaks under amazing grip.
Hey, sorry.
But yeah,
Um,
that I love that. That looks so awesome.
What was the other
Yeah.
big book?
Mhm.
Yeah, they do those. We were talking about those aliens covers, man. That's such good stuff.
Oh yeah, just the
Mm.
covers alone, it's like
Yes.
makes it kind of worth it for the art piece.
Yeah, I'm really. Have you guys been reading Batman Reptilian?
I got the first 2 issues. I read it.
Number 3,
I haven't been.
That's
I
enough
haven't
of
been
that. We'll
enjoying it as
change that
much.
back now, so you can get a nice close up of Reptilian.
Mhm.
That's cool.
I could do that.
I
This
dig
is
it.
number 3. This is the B cover, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's the A cover. I still
I'm
got the
just.
B cover.
I'm a big fan of Liam Sharp. So
All right. Oh, keep that up a little bit longer. I think it wasn't. There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go. I apologize to the producer. I didn't.
Is
give
that
him the
supposed to be the
10-second warning.
Joker?
yeah,
Yes.
Okay, I could dig that. I mean, art style I like. I just haven't been getting into the story as much, oddly enough.
I haven't read issue 3. Supposedly issue 3 it really starts to ramp the story up.
Yeah, so just like any good show, like you usually want to give it 2 or 3 episodes.
Well, it's Garth Ennis, so
That too.
he kind of has a tendency to do that.
Did you get the Bleach? There's a Bleach collection, Adan, that just came out, and I saw that and I thought of you because I think it was like issue.
My friends were telling me that Bleach is coming back out again.
Collection 8 or 9 or something like that.
There's so many on Bleach, man.
Yeah, I had to stop Bleach. I was collecting them on DVD. I stopped after season 5 just because the shop I was buying them from shut down, and now I've got to go back and I've got to order them all off freaking Amazon or whatever. And
Yep. No, but it was the collection that you showed it on the black cover, black and red.
Oh wait, do you mean Berserk or Bleach?
Oh, did I say? Sorry, Berserk.
Bleach.
Yeah, sorry, Berserk. I said Bleach. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no,
yeah,
they announced that they were going to do at least one final issue of all the stuff that he did, and like he had assistants that were working with him, and they were going to finish out his final chapters, but the story wasn't complete still. So the talk is like they'll do one more volume, and then they're up in the air whether or not those assistants that worked on those panels with him will continue the story after that. So, but still, I'll get it.
I think it was like $50, $60, something like that.
I believe it. That's not bad though, comparatively.
Like what is it like the complete collection or
no? It was
no.
It was what Adan showed.
It's the last. Like I have the deluxe edition, which is like the hardcover, full size, like Americanized.
You showed that last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But they still had like several more volumes after that.
Yeah, the latest one, whatever number that was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like each deluxe edition had like 3 or 4 volumes in each one. So by the time they hit like volume 10, they're hitting like volume 40. So that guy never showed any sign of ever coming to a conclusion. Like his storyline of like Guts' character is like a guy who really is that character is like the world is just took a crap on him. That's his entire character's arc. The world
sucks.
The world no, that's literally it. Like he was born from a deceased. Wait, was it his mother hung herself, and then he was born, and then he was adopted by a mercenary who then abused him and like raised him to be a mercenary. It was just really bad stuff. I'm like, wow, bro, way to go through life.
How do you what is it? BERZERK, right?
Berserk, yeah. No Z S. BERSERK. Yeah. No, I can't spell.
Yeah. It was sorry, it came out this week. It was the deluxe edition hardcover volume 8.
Volume 8. Okay.
Yeah, it collects issues of volumes 22 to 24, including 3 fold-out color posters. And,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's not even going to be the final. That's not even going to be the final then, because there is 40 volumes.
Our course put it out.
Yeah. And so there's going to be more to come.
Damn.
Yeah. But if you get the regular volumes, just one volume is like $15-$20. So if you're paying $50 for like 3 volumes at a time,
and they're floppies too, right? They're not like hardcovers.
For the regular volumes, yeah. So they're floppy and they're the mega like quarter size.
Yeah, no, I get this. This is a book, man. This is a big boy book.
Exactly. It may take me longer to finish the collection just because I have to wait for Dark Horse to stylize them all. But that's a bookshelf collection right there.
Oh,
that would look nice on your bookshelf.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, you got some leather bound books. I will seem so intelligent to a lady that doesn't know the series. She's like, wow, you read? Of course I read. Like, look at those size of those novels. They're like thicker than Harry Potter. Thank you very much.
That's right. What Adan doesn't know is I might go on a looting and pillaging spree in America next year, and I'll take an empty bag with me when I find his place.
So those things weigh as heavy as a brick. I'm not gonna lie, they're heavy.
Volume 9 will come out in November, and it collects issues volumes 25 to 27, plus 3 posters again.
I mean, right now will be the time for them to start busting them out, which makes sense because of the whole, him passing away this year and the next, they're definitely capitalizing, because I saw some of their books already, like they were on sale for like $30 and then he passed away and they jumped up to like 50,
Jacked 'em
70
up.
bucks at a time.
Yeah.
And you can get like several volumes together and you think you're getting a deal. And then like they really jacked up the price another, $50 to $100 if you're getting them in a bundle. I'm like, that's not how bundles work.
No, bundles are supposed to work cheap.
Exactly. They're supposed to be cheaper when you get them in a bundle. And I was doing the math. I'm like, oh, you can get like 4 for like $250. I'm like, but I just went and looked at all of them and the highest price one was $50. Whoa.
Do they come with a autographed case, a special holder for them all, because that's the only way, but no, they don't.
No.
So
but, apparently the final chapter that he did that they're going to publish eventually that'll come out will have like final words from the artist and creator, and like it'll have like something to his fans, like somehow like he just like he may have known like something was going on with his life or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and like he may have had like words of appreciation. And so something was like mentioned about that. So there will definitely be a special something in that final issue whenever they come out with it.
Or it's like a Monty Python sketch where he reads off the, I think it was Holy Grail, where he reads the message. And at the very end of it, it's like, oh, well, that must be
Like,
what he died.
you just
what?
see
He
one,
was
like-
doing dictation?
He was doing one bubble and just
Yeah.
all of a sudden a squiggly line, and you're like, "Oh my god, that's so dark."
Yeah. Whoops.
They kept that in.
Yeah.
It's like in the words of Guts, it's like that's all you need.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it opens up and then they play the theme song from the original Guts anime, like in background music. If you've never heard that theme song, it's like like a meme in itself where they're like Keanu Reeves listens to Guts theme and he's like they show that scene when he's at the restaurant, he's like, and he just starts crying. And it's always like every time they play the Guts theme song on any YouTube videos, like somebody is breaking down crying or whatever. It's just that heartbreaking moment, which is hilarious to me. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I had to go to the bathroom quick. Mike, I did want to ask you a question. How did just segue off of that real quick.
Yeah. We don't need to know about your bowel movements.
Yeah. How was free comic book day for you, man? How'd that work out?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't as busy as past years. And to be honest, I mean, I literally only decided to do it the day beforehand. Mm-hmm. And I put out a thing because they've started to do the mask mandates here. So I was like, well, you have to wear a mask and only 10 people in the store, because my store is like essentially divided into 2 sections or whatever. So I figure like 5 on one side, 5 on the other, that kind of thing. But I mean, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I mean, you still had the people that only come to the store once a year to get their free comics and not buy anything and leave. So at least I know there was some semblance of normalcy, but yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. They actually had some pretty decent stuff. I picked up a bunch of stuff.
They did. Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. What do you guys think about this, the latest death of thing, the whole death of Doctor Strange they're going to be doing?
In the comics?
Yeah.
It's
sounds like they're killing off everybody. First you were talking about like death of Peter Parker, now death of Doctor Strange.
They just killed Wanda.
Yes.
I mean,
but like, isn't there, I mean, I was it who was the guy that directed Trading Places?
Oh God,
no
idea.
His son, whoever's son, he's the one that made the Death of Superman thing on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever his son's name is, he said
John Landis.
John. Okay, yeah. So
John
Maps.
Landis, yeah.
Maps is his son. So in his video about the death of Superman, he said that essentially the death of Superman killed death. So I'm thinking that's exactly where we are now, because you got the death of Doctor Strange here. Like Bob just said, that they killed Wanda, and it's like, but Wanda features prominently in the two characters they're killing. They're going to be featured prominently in a movie next year. Like,
yeah,
why, they're
don't
going
get
to
it,
come
man.
back. I don't get it. But then again,
Yeah, we know they're coming back. It's
right. Just got to see how
Yeah.
how it happens. and all that
we
stuff.
definitely know Peter Spider-Man's coming back.
Look at this
because,
cover though. Cover's
yeah.
nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I
But,
don't hate on Wanda. I like Wanda.
Wanda. I really like Wanda, and I didn't they they depowered her, didn't they?
Yeah, she gets
when they
depowered
brought her
and
back.
revamped a lot of times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they depowered her where she's not like quite so she's not universe breaking anymore.
I was going to say
So-
they OP'd her, then they had to rein it back in, and
Yeah.
then
They do the same. They did the same thing for like Jean Grey and like a bunch
Yeah.
of other characters.
I do not like the fact that Jean Grey is not the Phoenix. The Phoenix should always be connected to Jean.
Really?
Isn't the Phoenix now Echo?
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
made no sense to me.
yeah, me neither. It's
Well-
just so they can empower another character.
Well, what's his name had a Phoenix Idol. To see who was
Mhm.
the next Phoenix Idol.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
Echo
Yeah.
won. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
Got to give her
But,
a
like the
props.
way she won didn't make sense. Like she got drowned by Submariner, and then apparently she didn't drown. She just survived. And then in another battle, like someone thought they won, and then she comes out the water. She's like, "I am the Phoenix." I'm like, "What?
yeah. I the thing
How'd you hustle that through?"
Yeah. Jean is the Phoenix. No, even when the Phoenix isn't completely in control over anything, she should still be what it's connected to. So
What is that?
yeah,
Is that Hulk?
the Hulk versus
that's
the Hulkbuster.
yeah. Hulk.
Mm.
Brian Otley, because Donnie
Yeah.
Cates is now.
Yes.
doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Did you get one of these,
Immortal
Adan?
No more. Yeah, I just got that,
Good.
and I saw the cover, and I was like, Hulk no longer immortal. or
Dude, I'll
something
tell you
like
what.
that.
Yeah, when Donnie, I mean, what's his name? When he does, my brain doesn't want to work.
You mean Donnie? Did you say Donnie Cates?
And no, not
Yeah.
Donnie, the artist,
Oh,
Ryan
Ryan Otley.
Otley.
Like he simplified his style quite a bit when he moved over to Marvel. But
Mhm.
when he really leans into a piece, though, man, he still like the composition of it's still amazing.
Well,
yeah.
wasn't his? Oh, and look at the Pete. I mean, I don't dislike her, but some of her covers for me are hit or miss. But that Peach Momoko cover right there,
Mhm.
I really like it.
hmm.
She has an
of course,
interesting composition.
Simone
style.
Bianchi.
Oh God, dude,
Yeah.
that guy's a freaking legend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that
I think
guy.
Bob might need to go to the toilet again now after that picture.
Oh, dude,
Also
man,
doing-
he's one of those artists I follow religiously.
I
When
hope
I
this
see a
is
cover
good.
like that, it always reminds me of like Sensational She-Hulk because
Mhm.
she always had covers like that where they were breaking the fourth wall.
Well,
for her
that
cover.
that outstretched hand thing is like that's such a holdover from Kirby.
Yeah.
You know, we always they always had Galactus doing something like that, like oh, I am Galactus.
Okay. Hawkeye.
It's almost like there's a series coming out or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
So wait,
Mom.
maybe they're gonna kill her.
Well, they gotta introduce her first, right?
yeah. Well, we can't have our tie-ins actually make sense.
You know. I have.
So-
I'm hoping this will be good.
Oh, Captain America, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
It's
Fine,
gonna be
fine.
Civil War 3.
yeah.
I was
Civil
about to
War
ask that question.
Cap and Tony fight over a friggin' sandwich.
The Kente
Yeah,
never
Steve-
get along.
It
Fight
is
over
Steve
the
and Tony.
fight over the bill in the Swarmer bar.
Look at
Was
this.
that- Oh, okay.
What?
Oh,
What?
hello.
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet.
That is sexy right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a variant cover because
Oh, it will be a yes, Adan, and it will be like a 1 in 100 variant. Trust me.
yeah.
Trust me.
That
'Cause I
seems
was
to be
like-
the new-
If that was a storyline, I'd be like, what kind of coked up storyline are we about to go into right now? How does Black Cat get a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet? She's like, I stole it.
Alex Ross.
Okay. Well, Alex
Alex
Ross,
Ross.
man.
Yes. Can never go
that
wrong.
guy's a freaking amazing.
I
Oh,
can't
this comes
argue.
out next week.
What's this?
Tom Taylor's Dark Ages.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I guess it's not like Marvel Zombies or something, but it's like in that vein where it's like dark and, all
It's an
Snyder-y and
Elseworld
stuff.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? I'm okay with that. Like I've said it 100 times before. Like I was a huge fan of the What If comics, and just because it gave me a spin off of something that I wasn't used to, and I would read those any day of the week. So any Elseworld stories, I'm always down to read because it was something new.
Yeah,
You know
Dark
what?
Ages,
Sold
Dark Ages
well
looks
that completely surprised me. Completely.
What?
Completely surprised me.
Well, you know what? And I saw that and I went by it because I was like,
cool. Darkhawk?
yeah,
I love Darkhawk.
I'm damn near sold out of it.
but is that going to be like the Darkhawk that they did in the animated series with the Guardians, or is like an alien race
No,
rather than
this is a kid. I don't remember who the original Darkhawk was.
He's dead. I think he was killed in that fight with
Is he?
that fight against the Shi'ar's god. I can't remember that guy's name.
See, and that was the thing. Like I saw the cover for it, and I should have just read a couple pages because I was like, man, they're probably doing it just like in the cartoon series for the Guardians because they made a whole race of Darkhawks, and they were basically like servants to the Serpent, which was Odin's brother. And I was like, nah, that it can't be that good.
In the comic, they did that story where the Darkhawk is supposed to be the antithesis to the Phoenix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and what
Did
they were
not
trying to
know
do
this.
that race, the Talon. I think they called themselves the Talons or something like that.
Yeah.
They were trying to get that diamond that gives him his power. They're trying to take that from him.
Emkron crystal.
Yeah, not it wasn't the Macron crystal. It was a different kind of crystal. It's basically in his chest, but they're trying to get that so they could summon that god to kill the Phoenix.
But yeah,
for a creature that's supposed to be the embodiment of life, everybody hates on it.
Yeah. Well, that's because what's his name? Leandra's and Deathbird's brother was insane.
True.
I would like to pose a question to you guys, and I realize there will probably never be an answer to this.
Okay,
fair enough.
I've got my gangster lean on for this.
Why?
Why bring back X-Force, or why have Deadpool in X-Force?
No.
Why Rob Liefeld?
And then why give them 6 goddamn covers?
Because despite what you may think, Rob Liefeld still sells.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
other than his grandmom and his mom, who else? Who else buys his stuff?
He has a huge fan following.
All his stuff.
But
we were just talking about the 90s nostalgia. Rob Liefeld is 90s nostalgia. Let's be honest.
Are those the masochists that live on this planet?
Because tell you, man, dude, there's a lot of people that like Gambit.
Everybody has a fetish, so you gotta live up to that.
Like,
terrible.
What are you gonna do, brother?
Dude, I have trouble drawing stick figures, and I could draw better than this. This is just bad. This is just
it's kind of funny because I know Shelby Robertson, who used to be his inker, and he his finishing style is very similar to Rob's, but his art is much better. So he's like
sad.
He took the best part of Rob, which is like his finishing style, which is very similar to like that cross-hatching finish style, and he just added better anatomy and stuff. So, but he's got a book out called Ragetality. No, it's like 99 Ragetality's War or something like that. But you could definitely see the Rob Liefeld influence in him. It's just that his characters are much better proportioned,
like actual humans.
Yeah. Well, obviously they got the big giant guys that are like Hulk size and everything, but still, like their hand, like they don't have those giant forearms, and then their hands are this big.
Yeah, you could see their feet.
Yeah. When he draws them holding the gun, they actually looks like they're holding the gun.
Wasn't that a thing about Rob Liefeld? He never did feet too. Like there was always like smoke or something covering the feet because he's like, I can't do them.
Or they would be cut off on the bottom. He would draw them close to the bottom of the page, so that way the bottom of the page would cut off their feet. Oh, there's no room to draw their feet because I'm at the bottom. So
and when we say that, we're not talking about like he's drawing a person at the beach where you can see their toes. It's like they're all. Let's be honest. All superheroes wear boots.
Was it?
They're not wearing like Yeezys.
There was an issue of
And all dead men wear bad.
I think it was the last issue of X-Force he did, and all the characters were like, it was like a panel where there were like 6 or 7 characters, and they're supposed to be standing on the street, so there's nothing obstructing their feet. He basically makes a half moon, and it ends at their ankles, and he said that it was a perspective panoramic shot. He didn't even put any debris.
That's a way to hustle, my man.
He didn't even put debris and stuff in the way. He just it was just a single line, just went rip.
That's how you hustle the audience. He's like, people were like, we're finally gonna get some feet, and he's like, no.
People ate that shit up.
Show us your feet. Show us your feet. Oh, never mind.
Man, I mean, at least when Jim Lee drew a lot of them do that stuff. But at least when he had to draw their feet and he drew their damn feet, I mean, hell, that Batman cover where he's doing the flying kick and you can see like the bottom of his boot and everything, man. He put all the treads and stuff in it and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, at least then he put it in there.
There was one issue that he drew. I don't know what it was, remember what it was, but at the end, the character was smoking a cigar and he threw the cigar down on the ground and the cigar just happened to cover the character's feet because the character was like walking out of the room or whatever. And the fourth perspective of the cigar in front of the character, you couldn't see his feet. And that was just his way of covering up his feet. I don't remember what it was, but it's like hilarious.
That's awesome.
It's like, dude.
Man. Is
it
next week or the week after that issue 4 for Last Ronin? Is that 2 weeks from now?
Oh geez.
Last Ronin.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks from now.
Dude, that should have been done like 4 times over already.
That's starting to turn into friggin'
what was it Mike said a long time ago? It's like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Open up the box and it's there. Yeah.
That thing's starting to turn into Doomsday Clock, man.
But see, you understood. I mean, if it was Gary Frank, you understood why.
Yeah.
But if it was Jeff Johns, which is if you think about the because Shazam was also delayed too.
Yeah.
So
Shazam, and when what was it? When he did Flash Rebirth, that was late.
Mm-hmm.
I think Green Lantern. I can't remember if Green Lantern Rebirth was late too, but I remember Flash Rebirth got pushed back like 2 months. But yeah, I mean,
September 8th.
Gary freaking Frank, man.
Next week.
How's Geiger selling for you?
How's what?
Geiger. That's the Frank's current book, right, for Image.
Oh, Gary Frank. Yeah, Image. Yeah, it's selling pretty good. But then again, they also do 4 covers an issue, so and they're all nice too. Like 2 of them are Gary Franks, and then they get like really good artists for the other 2. So I end up having to order all 4.
So they're gearing the audience to me. Like,
yes.
Like, we got variate and they look awesome. I'm sold.
We need more Dons in the world. So let's push out the multiple covers that look nice. Like it's one thing when you have a book that has like 5 covers and like 3 of them are like nah, but the other 2 are like really good. But when all 5 of them are excellent and like, by like Alex Ross and Scotty Young and Gary Frank and it's like, guys, stop, please. Like, mercy.
There's only so much space on my shelves.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I really wish Scotty Young would go back and do like a sequel to I Hate Fairyland.
I think he is.
Oh.
He is.
He keeps saying that, but he never does it.
Dude, he's on Substack now, so he's doing that thing on Substack, and Image is going to publish it. He announced it.
Dude. I love that friggin' book, man.
He announced it.
Anybody that's listening, if you've never read that book before, it's freaking hilarious.
It's called I Hate Fairyland.
I Hate Fairyland, dude. It's awesome. It's
or
basically
Fairyland, depending on which one you buy.
Yeah, depending on where you
version.
buy it from. In the US, it was I Hate Fairyland.
Hey.
But it's basically take every fairy like the fairy tale story, like the the pretty little girl who goes on an adventure, like basically Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz,
Goldilocks, yeah.
Goldilocks, yeah, all that stuff, and then just basically make her the most incompetent person in the entire universe, so that when she's supposed to, because the whole thing she's supposed to go on a quest and find the magic key, and then she goes home. It's only supposed to take a couple of days. Fast forward 30 years and she's still there. And she's not she's not like a 35-year-old woman in a like an 11-year-old girl's body. And she's just
she didn't age.
She's she's just the meanest, crankiest, like foul-mouthed little bitch you ever saw in your life.
And you would think she'll learn how to get out of there by then.
And she's basically a murder machine, dude. It's freaking hilarious.
Oh, that reminded me of
the best thing is when she's trying to go straight. She walks in the bar and they're giving her shit, and she just looks at the little bug guy that's like her Jiminy Cricket, who's like a chain smoking alcoholic now.
Because he's supposed to be like the
I feel some copyright infringement there.
Yeah, because she's stuck there and he's stuck with her. So, and she's like, "Hey, I tried. Give me my blood axe."
that reminds me of remember that game Darkstalkers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember there was a little Red Riding Hood character, like a little girl.
Yeah.
And she would have like a machine gun in her like a picnic basket.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yeah,
but what you just described reminded me of that.
The difference is that Gert is she's just an evil person. It's awesome, dude. It's freaking hilarious, man. And Scotty Young's art is just on point in that book.
I feel like I have to check that out. That sounds hilarious.
I think there's like 3 volumes of that, and then because it was only around for like 2 years.
Okay,
like it was a story. It had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
But now they're gonna have a sequel.
Which is awesome. I can't freaking wait. I love it. But man, I got I'm done. I don't know about you guys. I don't got nothing.
I mean, the only other thing is like more nostalgia. I had like this Moon Knight I got.
Cool.
Ooh,
the new Moon Knight book is pretty good.
Oh, this is not new. This is one of the older ones.
Which one? Who's the artist on that?
That is prime 90s right there.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way,
that's Punisher with the headband.
Yeah, that's the Jim Lee Punisher right there.
Yeah.
That's Jim Lee's version of the Punisher.
When you get
that actually brings us back to a comment. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Pragmagic already, way back in the chat. Sorry about that, Pragmagic. He said, excited for Moon Knight to rip open that world. The leaked photos of him looked great.
Oh, they already have leaked photos?
Yeah, they have leaked photos of his costume. And apparently Marvel is pissed.
Yeah, so I've heard with that one.
Ooh, they're like super pissed. Yeah.
Yeah. And he also asked, who do you think Ethan Hawke is playing in that?
In the Moon Knight?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, man. He could be playing... it depends on what storyline they're doing.
Yeah.
Really he could. I mean, he's not going to be playing like a physical message at Khonshu.
David Koresh.
David Koresh. Oh, he's based off of. Okay, so he's just like a cult leader.
So he's playing a villain.
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting because like Ethan Hawke, like I just saw a trailer for Ethan Hawke where he's like, I swore I would never be a villain. Like he was doing an intro, and now he's coming out in a movie where he's going to be a bad guy. So I'm like, oh, he's got the taste now. Dude, he's like, I like being villains.
Yeah. Hey, friggin' what's his name? You ever see the movie Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner?
Sounds familiar.
He plays a serial killer, and he's awesome at it, dude. He's really good at playing a bad guy.
But I always say like that's when like a good actor has a real good opportunity to shine. That's when they get to be like a villain. Yeah. I haven't seen the Robin Williams 1 hour photo, but I hear that one's really good.
Oh mate, your mission for the next time you have a couple of hours to spare is to watch that goddamn movie.
Yeah,
seriously.
Here's the thing.
That's the one with Al Pacino, right?
No, that's I think that's Whiteout or something like that. That's the one where they're in Alaska. Now he's talking about 1 hour photo where he's this really lonely guy who runs a 1 hour photo booth at a store, and he basically starts having these. He basically fantasizes inserting himself in this what he thinks is the perfect family as part of their family and everything. He starts stalking him and everything. It's the thing is, don't go into this thinking it's a horror movie, because when they advertised it for the theaters, they advertised it as the most terrifying film. They advertised it as a horror film, and it's not. It's a character study.
Yeah, it's a if it's any form of horror, it's more of a psychological.
Like a drama
breakdown.
suspense kind of
Yeah,
situation.
It's very much like a dramatic suspense film. It's basically his deteriorating sanity.
Yeah, his descent into madness.
Yeah, it's a really good performance, and if they had advertised it as that, it probably would have done a lot better than it did at the theater and everything. But they advertised it as a horror film, which was terrible.
Yeah, they missold it.
Oh, Mark Romanek?
What?
Was that
Mark Romanek? He's the one that directed it.
I think so.
Yes, he wrote it and directed it.
Yeah, he used to do. He did like music videos. He did
Music
Hurt.
videos, yeah.
By
Yeah, and
Johnny
there's-
Cash.
Yeah, there's some really interesting like camera shots and like some of the dream and nightmare sequences are really cool.
Yes. Oh, and Will Morris is right. Whiteout was with Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, what? Okay, so
Yeah.
what was the
It's a different movie though. I'm thinking of, because there was a movie where
Insomnia.
Yes, the one where
because Al Pacino's character was like he couldn't sleep,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
goes to
and that's
Alaska
because it was
with
Alaska.
It's always light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But dude, Robin Williams was an amazing actor, dude.
Oh no, he was
Oh.
a fantastic talent.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Definitely.
I picked up one last issue because this told me
How many covers?
No, it's only the one cover, but this tells me what Scarlet Witch season 2 is going to be about. So spoilers. Yes.
What
There
the
you go.
frickin' hell?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Vision goes Hollywood, man.
Ugh.
Oh.
Yes. You like that little bit of troll right there. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's the White Vision too.
Yeah.
It's like the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh,
Well, you don't
geez.
realize he's actually Johnny Cage. But like I just ended up with that in my bundle pack, and I'm like, I swear I have this issue, but I'm gonna pull it up anyways because that's just hilarious to me. Because that's an actual comic that came back out in the day, man.
Oh my god.
Avengers Spotlight, where they just singled out certain
The
characters.
good old
and
days weren't always good.
They were. This was 89.
It's a shame
Yeah.
that some people don't know that or realize that because they think that it was. I mean,
Well,
there
I mean,
were.
the thing is, here I will say this: I think they put out a lot more good stuff back then that did bad. Because, but also they only had like what 20 monthly comics.
Mhm.
So
I was going to say they put out more quality content because they weren't pumping out as many
Yeah.
different
versus-
IPs.
Well, even the
50 or
content that
60
wasn't
today.
quality was just like unique enough that if we look back on it, we'd be like, yeah, that was actually above, way ahead of its time, like for being unique.
Yes, some weird
Yeah,
stuff.
even in a almost, so bad it's good kind of way, some of it, like you see a really horrendous movie, but you still love it, even though it's absolute trash.
Well, it was
It
always
just
done,
makes you happy.
it was always done with the idea of trying to be fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just this is somebody else's. Sometimes their idea of fun was really freaking stupid.
Or required a lot of cocaine. One.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, like we were just talking about Alan Moore, and it's like some of those dudes were really, really messed up. They were higher.
What do
They
you
were
mean
higher
were?
than a giraffe's ass. So,
I've not heard that one before.
well, there's another version of it, but I don't want to say it because it could be. We might actually get struck. So.
Okay, so they were higher than a calf. No, I'm not. Oh, no.
Higher than a grass pea.
Please, with me on this channel, do you really think you're going to be in trouble?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna err on the side of caution. So, but it's 11 for me.
Yes, I was about to say, on that wonderful note, we've actually been going for 2 hours already.
Yes, indeed.
So before we degenerate into any more African animals' organs, let's let's go around the horn and tout yourselves, pimp yourselves out. And today we'll start with Bob.
You can catch me on YouTube, Twitch. Just look up Comic Book Bob. You can get me on Twitter, Comic Book Bob 1. You can also check me out on my wrestling show, The Wrestling Council, also on Twitch and on YouTube and Twitter. Catch me on Wednesdays over on RT Bears channel for the Pontificators, and hanging around with these bunch of yahoos every month. And sometimes we'll even play a game or two over here on the Green
Zone. I'll remind you of the channel name. It's Green Zone.
No, it's like I said, it took me a second because my brain doesn't want to work tonight. I'm super tired, man. I'm at the end of a 14-hour shift here.
Oh, I'm not going to shame you by telling you how long I've been up. Right, and
how do you feel?
I've got to be up in 8 hours for football and drinking.
Real quick, I gotta ask you guys something. I don't know if any of you guys follow boxing or anything.
If you ask me about the Jake Paul thing, I don't care.
Yeah, no. Am I the only person that wants Tyron Woodley to kill Jake Paul?
No.
Any of the Pauls? No, that's you're thinking of Logan Paul.
No,
right?
no. Logan Paul did it last month. What it was. Now his brother's doing
Paul.
it. Yeah.
Everybody's like, if it means like one of the Paul brothers get knocked out, they're down for watching that. Pretty much how it is right now.
You mean like the Mayweather one where he held him up?
I'm a big fan of Tyron Woodley because I do follow UFC, and I'm sick of Jake Paul and his brother running their mouths. Just knock him out already.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm done.
Okay, right. You sure?
Yep.
I'm just waiting to see if that question from like an hour ago that you forgot pops up. But no. Okay, Mike, sell yourself.
Yes. Well, you could head over to roguecomics.online and just find everything. Everything is there, so you don't have to remember. Oh, is he on here? Is he on there? It's all there. I do have a YouTube channel. If you would. I do have a YouTube channel, which I haven't used since the pandemic started. But if you could help me get to 100 subscribers, that way I can get the URL, the custom URL, I would appreciate it. And I also promise not to spam you with the frivolous videos.
What are you implying? What are you implying? No, I'm actually on your page right now, and it's not even telling me how many subscribers you're up to.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't even. It's it's YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm already subscribed, but yeah, definitely if you haven't subscribed to Mike, give him that sub, like just so you can get that name recognition.
Yes, please, because there is another Rogue Comics out there, or person that is using Rogue Comics or called themselves Rogue Comics, but all they do is read Star Wars comics, and nobody wants that. Come on.
No.
Hell.
Today's Star Wars comic, we have a rock piloting a ship.
And I mean, especially if it's like the sequels, man. I mean, God, stop.
No, don't even get me started.
We're going to the legends.
Yeah.
So links for all these channels, by the way, are down below in the description. So please head on over if you're watching live, if you're watching on the replay. And also, for example, Adan's channel's over there. Adan, sell yourself.
What
you cooking next?
Well, my last video. Well, first of all, I'm on Nerdtots, and we do a lot of stuff, mostly watch parties nowadays, with some D&D, and as we mentioned, me cooking. So, like the last video I did cooking was just today, and I made a crunch wrap burger. So basically just take a crunch wrap supreme and then I slap a burger in it with
no don't tell him how to do it. You've got to go watch his video. You've got to go watch his video.
Bury the lead. It's one of my shorter videos, actually. It's like under an hour, like 45 minutes maybe, give or take.
How does Adan do it? Check out his video and see.
Oh yes,
exactly.
Nothing's practiced, I will say that. Everything was like off the cuff. I'm like, I'm gonna just do it this way.
Yes. And you've got to stay long enough to listen to the point where his mum has a go at him because she's hungry.
It's like, you promised me food. I'm like, it's coming. And then she's like, it's too spicy.
I'm getting a takeaway instead. God damn it!
I love your sister more than you do.
It's like, you were never my favorite. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
I know you don't mean it, Mom.
Don't call me that. Yes, I do. No, if she heard me say that right now, she'd be like, no, that's not true. But yes, we do all those sorts of things, and a little bit of game streaming on Wednesdays. But this week we're going to be trying to watch Only the Strong tomorrow, with Mark Dacascos.
Mark Dacascos. Oh, I had that on VHS.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Banana way. Yeah, exactly. I love that film. I love that
because
film.
we were trying to compare it to Best of the Best. We watched that last week.
Oh.
And my brother fought for that film so hard while we were watching it because I'm like, bro, it doesn't hold up as much as it used to.
No, I have to be honest. I haven't seen either of them in a few years.
No one's has seen either of them in a few years.
No.
Easily like 10 years on each.
No,
one.
I know. I probably haven't seen Only the Strong in about 6.
Well, then you're the freshest person because everybody.
No, I have
like,
a thing. I like Mark Dacascos. I like Mark Dacascos.
Oh, I like him too.
And Scott Adkins. I like them both as action movies.
Yeah.
But
either way, we're gonna be watching that tomorrow, and I actually have to find that somewhere to watch it. But Best of the Best, oddly enough, was on Netflix. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. But Best of the Best gave us a couple of sequels as well.
Yeah.
Best of the Best. Probably the one movie that James Earl Jones wishes he hadn't done.
Not true, because it had Eric Roberts as well.
It had Chris Pine. Chris
Pine before he.
Chris Penn.
Chris Penn before he was the size of a house.
And then
no, he was still chunky.
He was still chunky then. And then,
but he wasn't
nowhere near as bad as he was later, man.
What, like Fist of the North Star?
Yeah. But like it had the Eric Roberts mane.
Yeah,
where he looked like he was like, I could be one of the Simba Pride.
Yes.
Eric Roberts in all of his overacting glory.
Yeah, and was it Sadler as well? Not was it Spader? Was it Spader?
No, it was a guy that looks like him. No.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Told you it's been a while since Best of the Best.
Yeah. But you could tell who was the actual martial artist in that movie versus who wasn't. It was clear as night and day, but it's still an entertaining film. If you haven't watched it, I encourage it. Give it a try.
If you haven't watched it, get it and then watch along with Nerdtots watch party of it, so you get their commentary at the same time.
Yes, because it was me, my brother, and then his girlfriend who had never seen it. So we had like literally the tier of like favoritism. My brother was like top tier, I was middle, and his girlfriend was like, what the hell is this? There. Yeah, she was like, you still like this? So yeah, it was a good time.
So when's your Only the Strong one?
That's tomorrow. We're gonna be doing that probably 7 or 8 in the Eastern time.
Way too late for me. Way too late for me.
Now, before that, I'll be doing Devil is a Part-Timer as the anime. So if you see a post of Devil is a Part-Timer, you know Only the Strong is going to be shortly after that.
Nice.
But I digress. If you haven't subbed over to this channel, as a reminder, please do.
And remember,
a lot of content.
Remember, I'm just doing the remember thing half dozen times till the producer can get the graphic up.
We could all do
it. Like the video, subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell so you find out next time we go live or post the video, because we do that sort of thing here. So, everybody, I would love to thank you all once again. And by the way, folks, just to let you know, we did post a reaction to Marvel's Midnight Sun game teaser trailer that came out earlier. I kind of liked it. I cannot lie. I have to say I kind of liked it. So after you finish watching this, go check that out. Yep. We'll leave a link to it at the end of the video or something. Or if we don't, we'll just put it in the description. Fuck it. You just look at the channel. Just look at the channel. It's the video before this. Jesus. Right. And we're all good for... Oh, actually, folks, sorry. What are you guys doing weekend of 17th, 18th, 19th of September?
I'm actually trying to get that weekend off.
Oh, sweet.
For some reason, I thought you were saying like 3 different weekends, and I know they're back-to-back days. So
Yes.
and I'm gonna have to revise what I said. I couldn't find anything for Only the Strong, so we're watching Paper Tigers. But let me look about that weekend. What's September? You said, right?
Yeah, next month.
Yeah. Looking at my calendar right now. Like I.
Unbooked.
Whilst Adan goes through his hectic social schedule, the reason I'm asking these guys, folks, all of you watching, is because me and the man Pyron Knight, aka some call him Chris, we're going to be doing a 3-day streamathon for charity for FMF, which my channel partner Chris actually suffers from. So we're going to be doing 3 days, lots and lots of hijinks, shenanigans.
All 3, right? From Friday to
Not
Sunday.
well. We're gonna have little breaks for sleeping.
No. You shouldn't. Because if you guys do it straight 24 hours each day, I'll pop by at least 5 times.
There you go. And at one point,
times.
when you do it, we watch the movie Insomnia.
Yeah.
So, there you go. See?
Sorry. I had the producer whispering in my ear just saying, "What was that, producer?" Yeah. The thing is with YouTube, over 12 hours, it doesn't save it. For example, last I think it was the last charity stream. Or the first one. One of the 2. We've done 2 of these already. We did like an 18-hour straight video, and YouTube didn't save it. We lost it.
Wow. Well, you know what? Do an 11-hour, 55-minute video. Take about maybe 20 minutes to go to the bathroom, and then come back and start the next 11-hour, 55-minute video. Break it down.
I was just trying to kill you.
See?
There's a show about that. Where they're talking about people passing away from that. That's okay.
You gotta like put together like a compilation video that's like 3 or 4 hours long, and then after you're done with your session, you pop that sucker on, let that play, and then you come back when you're nice and refreshed.
Does it look like I only need 4 hours
don't
sleep?
Need that. Orcs don't need sleep. What are you talking about? Come on, dude.
Look how phenomenal I am.
See?
Look how phenomenally good looking I am.
We were giving you a benefit of the doubt, saying you only need 25 minutes. So
that's just makeup, mate.
That's right.
Oh, you got that Alex Rodriguez makeup for men? Is that what's going on there? I didn't know it made it.
No. You see, the red is the blood of my enemies, and the white bits are their powdered bones.
That came from my enemies too, but from a different place.
Okay, right. So everybody get back to me, socials, discords, whatever. You all know how to get hold of Chris as well. Let us know how your scheduling goes, because I would love to do one of these as well. Hopefully get a few more people involved as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm down.
Sound good to everybody?
Yep.
Right. So one last time, folks, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring my bell, and so that you will not miss a moment of our charity stream coming up in a few weeks' time. So, yes, one more time, thank you very much to everybody on the panel. And for all of you watching now live on the replay, thank you very much, all of you, and we will see you all soon. Laters. But yeah, sorry, I've got producers talking in my ear here. It's very early in the morning. Well, it's not even that bloody early in the morning.
Is that what you call the voices in your head, your producers?
No. My producer doesn't tell me to kill everything. But no, this has been CKMY. Obviously, you're watching Green Zone, the channel with the only channel with a good-looking orc in it, as far as I'm aware. So that's not libelous. And thank you very much for watching. And this sign-off has gone on way too long. Just end it, producer. End it now.
Save me.